Hey guys, sorry about that. Something came up during the break, so there may be some moments where I might have to like come in and out, basically. So it's just a heads up. If something were to happen, just don't worry too much about it, essentially. So let's just see how far we can get things done. I hope everybody's doing okay. Let's get things going. Whew. All right. Final part of the Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition.
This has become quite a place, hasn't it?
Has everyone evacuated crossing the blade drifts?
I think they escaped to Tolbekia, around Torum.
Maybe the ships are back in service now.
Anyone would think of running away under a sky like this.
Okay, I'm gonna go shopping. Can I join you? Yes.
Sure, let's go shopping.
You all wait up at the inn.
Okay.
What do I need to do before I go to the end, though? Let's restock on some supplies first off. Especially all those orange shells that were used in that last fight. Some dark bottles, magic lands, and we should be good. The usual stuff, basically. Oh, we're so close to the end. I could almost... It's so close. We're almost there. Okay. So, let's do a quick save here.
Traveling under a sky like this? We're short of customers now, so you are really welcome.
that part wasn't a little bit awkward. Off-putting, but alright.
Looks like the Teagles got away too.
Even with
That's the
road
last
to
we'll ever
Indies
see of them.
open, I'm still worried.
I love port towns. They always have stuff, even in times like this. Looks like things just might work.
What did you buy?
Oh.
One of each formula crest and container parts.
What are you trying to do?
I'm making a device that will converge the spirit's powers. A kind of makeshift Dane Nomos.
Dane Nomos. I wonder what Duke is doing now.
Good question. I wonder what exactly is
I don't
he
know,
doing?
but he seems totally obsessed.
Patty, what is it?
Huh? I'm famished.
Want me to make you something?
I do appreciate the offer, but I must decline. I'd blow up like a pufferfish if I ate now. Sleeping is the best way to distract oneself from an empty tummy, so good night.
Good night, Patty.
They say kids need sleep to grow up, but I doubt Patty's growing up anytime soon.
Rita's gonna need a bit more time, too. We should catch some shut-eye while we can.
Yes, good idea. Yuri, please wake up.
I'm up,
How many
up.
times does Yuri have
Was
to
that
also
Patty
be,
just now?
like, awoken by Yuri every single time? More exclusive content just for DE.
Yeah, but it kind of seemed like there was something weighing on her.
Maybe she was thinking about Ifreed. Judith,
Might be onto something there,
I didn't
Judy.
realize you were awake.
Now that you bring it up, she hasn't said a peep about Ifreed lately.
It's as if she was added in after the game's initial release.
So is this
It's
old
time to
man.
wrap things up here. The big Patty
I'm
reveal.
going to check on her.
I don't know how to feel about the big Patty reveal. The Patty reveal is what it
I'll come
is.
with you. It's too dangerous to go wandering around alone.
I
It's still pretty risky, just the two of you, Judith, darling.
I was interested
Allow
at
me.
first.
I'll
I was
escort
very interested to the lead up, but when it was revealed, I was
I'm
like,
too.
okay, and then I just
guess
moved
if
on.
Everyone's going.
There wasn't really particularly amazing
What's the
about it
matter?
when I saw what
Hey,
happened at the
sleepyhead,
end of
we're
the
going
day.
out for a bit. You sit tight and hold the fort.
Huh? Where are you going? Don't
Yeah,
just
honestly, I think
leave
we're
me
like
here.
easy breezy from here on forward. Like a lot of the bosses that we're running
I
into,
guess even the
they're gonna
twerp
practically be
wants to
really
tag
easy, except for
along.
one in the middle. Like, we're just gonna wrap
Alright,
things
we'll
up
all
very
go
well
and take
right
a
now.
quick peek.
Like there's something that's like sort of revealed once you get to like the side quest or something like that. But even then, it's like wasted opportunity at the end of the day. Kind of like how Pharaoh was. All right. Here it is. The big Patty moment. She uses the Maristella to call back that ship we saw from a while back.
That's...
Apparently that's a special power? I didn't even hear you, Yuri. What did you say?
Patty, please wait. What are
Yuri, you had a
all
speech
doing
box, but nothing
here?
came out. What happened?
We could ask you the same question. Why the solo trip out here,
We've gathered the spirits and are about to embark on a life or death mission. I just
Oh.
wanted to settle my own affairs before that.
Are you talking about Ifrid?
This is my problem and mine alone. No one else should have to bear the
Oh,
burden.
Patty, do you not realize the group that you're with? We're all gonna
You say
join
that,
you.
But there's really no reason you should go alone.
I mean, Judy just said that earlier, too.
Hey,
They all love The
that's
Legend of
the
Zelda.
Atherum.
What is it doing here?
Did you call it here, Patty?
I thought I saw you holding up the Maristella.
So the Maristella is a device that summons that ship.
I wonder why.
It's reaching out for its other half.
Meaning its other half is on that ship?
Oh.
The Maristella is... Huh?
Does this have anything to do with that problem you mentioned?
Then let's go.
Huh?
What are you waiting for?
Yeah, we're doing this
You're
together,
going
Patty.
to come with me?
You've been with us all this time, you never
There's
realized
no
that?
way we'd let you go by yourself.
My thanks. But I will be the one to settle what needs settling.
You got it.
All
The
right.
boat's over there. Time to embark.
Hey, does that mean that Ifrid is on that ship?
Who knows? Guess we'll have to see when we get there.
All right, Patty joined the party. Let's do this thing. I literally reset my party and she left. But let's fix things and put things back together. So that's Patty, Yuri, Estelle, and Raven. All right, should be good. Oh, that stupid bird! No matter what time, that stupid bird will always come back. Okay, let's just run away as fast as we can. Ah! Okay. Now let's use a holy bottle and move forward here.
So you were looking for that treasure that Ifrid had hidden, right, Patty? So you could meet him and get your memories back. And then you ended up finding the Maristella, right?
Well, yes and no.
What do you
The treasure
mean?
Ifrid was searching for was the Maristella.
Alright.
What? So you were both after the exact same thing? Then will you be able to find him now?
If I use the Maristella, I'll find him without a doubt.
Then that means Ifrid must be on this ship.
Well, you see...
Stop hiding secrets. Tell us what it's all about, Patty.
What the heck?
There's no more non-demo knives that can save you now. No, it's this guy again. This guy again.
We've defeated that monster here before, haven't we?
Patty!
Is that Ifrid?
That? It can't be, but...
Whoever it is, we gotta go.
Yes. I believe there was a ladder in the captain's quarters.
Well, it's a good thing we left those ladders earlier. Yeah, this is pretty much the final backtrack before we get things really going here. Get back to the main plot, basically. It was just a little bit of a distraction, but... let's see here. Yeah, we go inside here. Climb up the next ladder, and we'll be running... Oh, no. Actually, there's one more ladder that I'm missing. Pretty sure there's one more ladder that I'm missing. Somewhere up here at the far corner. Alright. Sneak in here. Nothing for us here. How's it going, Longchi? It's been a while since we last spoke with you. With your part of the R3 party.
Cypher, it's me! Do you recognize me?
Cypher.
Cypher? I thought that was Ifrid.
I'm pretty sure Cypher.
Yeah, I honestly
was
thought it
one
was
of
Ifrid
Ifrid's
too when I
officers.
first saw this.
Patty!
Oh no, we lost our critical.
Looks like we don't have time to chit-chat.
I kind of like this battle theme a little
Cypher,
bit.
we're settling this here and now.
Very ominous, but still the same boss fight, essentially. Nothing really crazy about it. Oh, see? Knocked out our critical. Knocked out our critical. Well, let's just use it. Great. Alright. Ah! Bad start. Oh, really bad start. Form ups and all that. Change it to critical. There we go. Oops, that was a bad follow-up. My bad. Keep cooking. Just keep cooking. Nothing but fire, Big Chef. Anybody want any fried Cypher? I guess if you call this the Patty prepares her meal sort of thing. Oh, I don't think Cypher really appreciated that. Where's my risky cast? Actually, no. I need a gamble cast. Where are we at? There we go. Now, that's card gamble. I read it afterwards. There's gamble cast. What? Alright, well, it's out of a... Well, no, actually, still no Rio. I clearly can't see. I'm clearly starting to wrap things up, or maybe I'm a little bit distracted. In any case. Keep cooking. Rinse and repeat. Somebody wants a flambe. How about some skewers? Seafood skewers? Sushi. Bite Joe. So on and so forth. Oh, let's close to 100. Let's just do that. And spin around. Alright, so far so good, I suppose. Hey. I was gonna call her Colette. Start casting some more, Holy Lands, please. Would be lovely to see Estelle. This is pretty much a boss fight, everybody. Just keep on cooking. And cornering Cypher until he gets into OVL. Run away and keep on cooking. It's basically the Vesperia moment right here. Just press one button, rinse and repeat. All we're doing is just cooking. Oh. And run away, rinse and repeat. Where's my Gamble Cassie? I put it down there. Oops. This is the ultimate climax of Patty's character arc. And all it is just showing off her work, basically. Duh! Okay. Didn't enjoy the cooking again. Oh geez. Well, we lost our critical. What you learn? Guarding. Ooh, guarding feels good. Need a critical. Well, you give it to me. This is pretty much the There we go. Oh, now you want to go back on the VL? Alright, let you have your thing. Get your one moment to shine once more, Cypher, before we start cooking again. Ooh. Finally, we learned how to cook at the end of the battle. Now for the little big chef. Cypher really did not like that at the end of the day. Alright. Prayers obey. Let's go.
I can do.
It's still alive!
Alright, let's see it. Here's the finale of the Patty story.
Cypher, I'm sorry I made you wait for so long. I lost my memories, and it took me a while, but I finally made it back.
I knew it. She's regained her memories.
So what is she exactly?
Freed.
Well, no. No. No.
It is you. Been a
No.
while.
I can't see the text.
Why is he calling her Ifreed? Wait a second.
Ifreed is... me.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about? I don't understand.
You recognize me?
How?
Yes. But you must leave this place before I lose myself and turn on you once more.
I will not.
You sound like Regal a little bit.
I came here to release you from that monstrous form and from the Black Hope's fate.
That day, I turned my head.
No, this is the
against
same ghost ship. This is
committed
Atherum
a
still.
great sin.
Is he talking about the Black Hope massacre?
They would have only suffered more if you hadn't. Like the way you're suffering now. That accident turned them all into monsters, and you saved them.
And yet the one who killed them lives freely in this form.
You saved me. You let me escape. This time, it's my turn to save you, Cypher.
It's like, am I missing something? I mean, like, I feel like there's like a missing piece of the puzzle right here.
You've done so much
Which you don't
for
get
me,
until, like,
protecting
later
those
on.
Scallywags in Siren's Harbor,
Like from some side quest somewhere.
and you've always supported me. But... and now, it ends.
Is Patty the only playable Ifreed in the series?
Patty?
Yeah.
You're the only one
Pretty sure.
I am sorry to make you suffer so, Ifreed.
I'm far from the only one who suffered. You've been through so much worse, Cypher. You're my friend, so I'll shoulder your pain too. And to free you from your misery, I will kill you.
Those people. They are the ones helping you through this.
It's like I feel like I'm missing a piece of the puzzle, basically, from all this. Like, all of a sudden, we're having, like, they're having their own little conversation. We're just kind of hearing it, I guess.
That was all I was worried about. You've made some wonderful friends, Ifreed. Here, take this.
I get it. The rest of Ifreed's crew died in the Black Hope massacre, but I'm still kind of confused.
The Maris Gemma.
I thought there'd be more after this, but
Now
no, it
I
just
can
ends.
Die in peace. Go on. Do it.
This guy is really putting his all, though, in this performance here. But I'm still all right.
Bye-bye.
And that's Patty. That's Patty's entire arc. For the main narrative, at least. I don't know.
Cypher.
Like, at first, like, okay, that's
okay
kind
to
of
cry
interesting,
if you
but I
wanna
felt like they're
cry,
gonna
you know.
fill in, like, another blank that I don't know, but...
No matter how tough the situation is, crying gets you nowhere. That's my motto. Patty. I won't cry. Shedding tears is no way to pay my respects to the dear friends I've lost.
What are the words I'm looking for? It's kind of more like, when it comes with Patty, there's some kind of side quest that sort of talks about, like, something that caused her to de-age or something, and I tried to look into it a little bit, and that's pretty much, like, the gist of it, basically. So, like, apparently she used to be older, but then some power made her younger and lost her memory, and well, now she got her memory back, but she's not going to be older or something. Like, I want to see, like, I don't think there's, like, any art of Patty being older or something, basically. Like, that's, like, the missed opportunity, to be honest. We should have seen at least something similar to that.
Morning, little Miss Crybaby.
So, feeling any better after that nice long cry?
I'm perfectly fine.
Good. So, now what are you planning on doing?
Yeah, like, I want to see, like, what she looked
now
like
that you got your
originally
memories
before
back, you saw what you wanted to see.
she got de-aged or something.
It's obvious, isn't it? I'm sticking with you guys. Are you sure that's what
Oh, well,
you
at least
want?
she's fun to play as.
It's not like I'd just abandon you to fight the Autophagos without me. Besides, I've come this far. I want to see it through till the very end.
Well, we're glad to have you, Patty.
I'm glad to be here.
There's a lot that I've been wanting to ask, but don't know how.
Well, I know we're all dying of curiosity, but you tell us when you're ready.
I'll tell you everything when the time is right.
But...
Now back to our regular scheduled plot.
What?
To avoid what happened to the rest of her crew or something. Is that the story?
What happened?
Wait!
Yeah, see,
That's where Ospio is!
we really need to see, like, older Patty.
What's going on?
Like, there would have been some intrigue there, to be honest. Oh, and also, this is the last we see of Ospio. Sayonara. All those people. All those researchers. Not knowing their fate. To be doomed in the sky forever. Here it is. This also shows up in Project Cross Zone. That's where you see like a ton of Outbreakers. And I think it shows up in Cross Zone too, I want to say. This ancient city of the ancients. That isn't Miorzo. Alright.
Ospio! What happened to Ospio?
It's inaccessible. You can't go there anymore.
It looks like a mountain. Belay that. A building.
Tarkaron.
Huh?
The spirits are telling me that's the Tower of Tarkaron.
Dude,
I completely forgot about Hod. I completely forgot about Hod in the Abyss as well. Holy smokes. That's a throwback.
Please, let me through! You, with the long black hair. Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What do you want?
Some people with the Knights wanted me to tell them if I saw someone with your appearance. They said they wanted to talk to you about Flynn, the new commandant of the Imperial Knights.
Project Cross Zone 2 is a grind,
What?
that's for sure.
believe
Maybe
you're the right
someday, if I'm really bored, I'll go through it again. But
Yeah.
man, getting to Yuri and Flynn
Hey,
takes a
there's
really
a
long
girl
time.
with
They're like the
kinda
last party members to
cat-looking eyes
join.
And a kid with a head like an apple?
Huh? Oh, yes.
Ah,
I suppose
Applehead.
so.
I never thought about Cat Eyes though. Never thought of
Way to be
describing Sodia like that.
Yes, that's fine. I'll call them.
Okay. Let's head inside. Wait at the inn. Also, because we are starting to get a little bit late, I will throw in the last question here right now. 40 minutes is a very simple one. So, remember to go to bit.ly/TOMS3 if you need help. TOMS3 giveaway if you need any help with regards to the giveaway. The question is...
Yuri Lowell.
This. List of 4 spirits we acquired before entering Takaran. Your time starts now. You gotta get things rolling here.
Sodia?
So what's up with Flynn?
Oh, right. Many people have fled this continent since that monster covered the sky. But some opposed using a guild fleet to protect the Empire. Flynn could not abide that. A fleet attacked by monsters landed on Hypeonia. We fought, but they kept gaining.
We alone were sent for aid. But all the knights are spread all over the world.
We have no other choice but to ask for you.
Reminds me in Exilia too, when they started showing the drinks and whatnot. I'm like, this is the best game ever. But no, like I think the censorship, like it did show up in like other games and whatnot. But the way that they had to get it passed through the ratings, they had to like maybe not the ratings. I don't know. They changed it to potion, but before it used to be like liquor or something.
I did it all for Commander Flynn. Even that one time.
But Flynn helped us beat Alexei. Yuri did nothing wrong.
You're just whining. You gave up. You forgot your resolve.
Resolve.
Yo, Applehead. You said Hypeonia, right?
Oh, I'll never not be amused by that nickname. That's for sure.
All right, I'll be back soon. All of you get ready to go to Tarkaron.
I'm going too.
Yuri, you can't go alone.
Yeah, me too. You keep forgetting us.
I'm glad you want to come, but this seems pretty bad.
That's even more reason not to let you go alone. I don't think Baul will listen
No,
to
you know what? I think it's actually a Nintendo thing. I don't want to say it's an ESRB thing, because
Well, if we're out of time,
I probably am not remembering correctly. It's more of a Nintendo thing, because that was something in Symphonia, that's for sure. Because like it used to be like Palma liquor instead of Palma potion or something.
Yeah! Brave Vesperia, charge!
And like in the GBA Fantasia, I think they tried to remove any reference to liquor as well, alcohol as well, especially when Clark and that one guy were having a drink on the boat.
Yuri Lowell.
That's only from a localization standpoint, of course. Who am I playing as here? Oh, I guess I'm playing as him. Okay. So we'll just wait until we get there then.
Yuri Lowell! Why? Why didn't you call me out for my actions that time? I tried to kill you.
Yeah, that famous scene.
Oh.
We all know what it
I'm
is.
not letting it go. But I don't have time to deal with someone who gave up on everything.
I haven't given up.
No? So why haven't you gone to help Flynn, even alone?
I thought the localization was okay. It's just the only issue was like, what was I looking for? It's just a kangaroo thing, really.
I can't protect him by myself. Please, save him. Please.
You don't have to tell me to do that.
Please.
You know, there's one thing I agree with you on. I'm a criminal. I can be killed anytime. Flynn is the perfect knight. A perfect leader. He doesn't need a criminal by his side. I'm just standing in until the right person comes along.
Yuri.
Sayonara, Sodia. And I think she gets a little bit more after that? I don't think so. It doesn't really amount to much, really. But, anywho, it's time for things to really start wrapping up now. There's really just, like, one more dungeon left after this long sequence of cutscenes, essentially. Da, 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 da. I forgot to restock on stuff. Let me go to Miorzo before I should have chopped that Kaplanor. I'm getting a little bit too excited to wrap up the game. Hey, let's go in. I don't think there's any side quest that occurs here that activates right away. I thought I kind of want to like avoid Notopolica because I think it's gonna set something else if I go inside. Yeah, we got all this money at the end game, of course. We could totally just buy everything out, basically. I don't mind Claws too much. I just like, cause like I keep interchanging Clark and Claws because of patches I've played in the past, but both of them are okay for me at the end of the day. I should still play the SNES DJAP someday. It was certainly a product of the times, that's for sure. But it's pretty much like the only way you can experience it in English, like at this point still.
Is that it down there?
That's some cloud of dust! Are those all monsters?
This seems to be a counter effect of Astal's losing control. It's as if the monsters of the world.
Oh, that makes
all
sense.
came
Yeah,
and
because
gathered
Astal
here.
is gone, basically.
Is Flynn really down there somewhere?
Probably.
What next?
I mean, if you want to be
We
like
fight
pure
every
to like the
single one of them?
Japanese pronunciation, it's like Ache, but
Fine
even
by
the
me.
localization
Just
goes
give us
Arche,
2
like
days
the
and we'll beat 'em all. Probably.
the English dub of the Fantasia OVA.
2? You can't be serious!
Rita, can't we use that Dane Nomos you made?
You gonna blow them away like doing it to the Atafagos?
Ah yes, the little makeshift Dame Nomos. It begins.
Right. Applying directivity to the power of spirits and forming a barrier-like force field to eliminate the monsters. Yes, it should be possible.
So, this moment doesn't mean much anymore in this version of the game, but back in 360, this was a pretty big
But this is
moment.
our only option now.
Like, they're teasing us. They're teasing us with it. But I thought it was cool. I mean, it only just serves the purpose that it's supposed to serve, because we didn't think about it any way else at the time.
Could you let us use it, please?
I beg you to. The Dane
It wasn't even like a
Nomos.
complete moveset either. Didn't he only have like 4 arts and that's it? I
Yes,
thought it
if
was
we can't deal with
amusing.
this easily, there is no way we could stand up against the Atafagos.
All right, let's do it.
It's rare to hear Yuri ask for a favor like that.
It's our chance to do Yuri a favor.
Cut it out, guys.
Okay.
So, what's our plan?
Activate it in the area where the monsters are all concentrated. That's it. Simple, right?
Yeah, it is.
No kidding.
Why don't we give it a name? We can't just call it the Rita Dane Nomos.
Huh? I'll leave it up to you.
You want to leave the naming up to Carol for once?
Uh,
It's actually not a bad name.
how about
I mean, it's not terrible. It's not like
number 1?
super splashing,
I should've
fiery
known
royalty
It's
or
got a
whatever.
nice ring to it. Besides, it's nice and simple.
Even Baul will need to keep some distance. I'll land further away.
All right.
Okay, let's do it.
Vesperia number 1.
What a mess.
We're going in.
Look, over there.
Hey, it's Flynn.
Hey, looks like he could use some help.
I can't see anything.
We should hurry. No need for caution, just charge right in.
Let's go. Stay close.
All right, so let's put on the holy bottle first. And we can just run through all these people being chased down by monsters. They'll be fine. They'll be okay. They won't get hurt at all. As long as they can run as fast as they are, there will be no casualties at all. For me, I didn't really... It was just there. Flynn was just kind of there. It was cool a little bit, but I'm glad that, like, Definitive Edition actually shows what Flynn could do, so... I can't really speak about, like, back then in 2008, because I never played it in 2008.
You idiots! Stop your whining!
Ow.
You alive?
Yuri! What are you doing here?
Thank your second in command for thinking of you.
Sodia? Huh. But our current situation.
Yeah, this was still like a really big moment, basically. I think like in 360 you only had like Demon Fang, Tiger Blade, Dragon Swarm, and Demonic Chaos. Like you only had like 4 arcs if I recall correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong.
And then watch it go boom!
In the middle of the monsters, there are a lot to get through.
Come on, it's us. This is nothing.
Yeah, this moment still doesn't mean as much here compared to back then. This was a big moment on 360. Oh, he has first aid? Okay, cool.
Keep things going here.
Sonic Thrust? Oh, was it really insane in 360? That's pretty cool.
We cannot let our guard down here. If we can't defend this place, we lose the very reason for taking out the monsters.
This isn't to defeat the monsters. This is to protect the people.
That's right.
Understood. Leave it to us. We'll do everything we can.
Much obliged.
Take care, you two.
Alright. Throw that 30th sheet there, Yuri. Let's go. It makes sense that you have first aid since you need a healer during this moment, I suppose. Okay. Let's give Yuri something here first. Maybe... Where's that thing? I don't think I have it here, do I? Yeah, let's give him an amulet. And let's give a stun talisman. And you get to keep the birth ring, because you haven't fully joined us just yet. Do I have my art set up fine here? I guess I had this as Sonic Thrust, huh? Sword ring? Yeah, something like that. Okay. Let's just do this thing. So all this is just move fights, nothing particularly crazy about it. But again, this thing feels like this one feels like a lot less important.
Hey, don't go getting yourself ripped apart.
You'll get yourself killed if you keep watching me fight.
Come on, I'm just in awe of the great Flynn Sheep-Pro.
Shut up!
Hey, this isn't the time to get worked up.
I am not worked up!
It's okay, don't hide it.
Would you be serious for once?
I am serious.
I can't concentrate with you talking all the time.
Well, I can't concentrate without talking, so we're kind of stuck.
Oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez. They got me cornered in this birth moment. I think the only thing about Sword Rain Beta in Symphonia is that it goes higher more. Like, it's pretty much the only thing that differentiates it between Beta and Raining Tiger Blade. And also, you can link Sword Rain Alpha to Raining Tiger Blade. You can't link Sword Rain Beta to Sword Rain Alpha. Yeah, definitely Chloe's the only one with Sword Rain Omega. Because she's the Sword Rain Queen, essentially.
Gotta try and keep...
There's a lot more of these enemies. Doing okay, Repeat? Let's check these X-Rhinos. Yeah. Solid is just a Mook Rush, nothing really special about it. They could all be FS Fatal Strike, basically, so keep scanning them whenever you want. Repeat? Do you want a Poison Bottle Repeat? Here you go. Oh, Repeat. Have a Lemon Gel, buddy. They're just everywhere here. Normally I did this with Repeat, but I thought I'd try a little bit different playing as Flynn this time around. Poison Bottle? I see people who are getting entries in, so I think the bit.ly should be working. Okay, which one's the weak one? Playing as Flynn here is a little bit boring, though, for Mooks. They're just rushing in. He's kind of more so for boss fights and whatnot. Yuri, I think, would have been more fun to play as here, but oh well. We're gonna be playing as Yuri for the final boss anyway. Alexei was more Flynn's fight. Duke is Yuri's. Oh, okay. New enemy. Give it a scan. Repeat. I hate these ones. They kept running away from me before whenever I played as Repeat. Excuse me. Shit, I'm about never seeing fun again after this. I hear it for cheers. Alright, that one's done. What else we got here? We got turtle, armadillo, crocodile armadillo? Something like that. The shell. I mean, armadillos, it's late. It's late. I'm getting a little bit tired right now. Still have something on my mind too, so I apologize for that, but let's just get things going here. Oops. YCN. YCN. Oh, Repeat. I just noticed. Here, have a stone bottle. I just gave you a stone bottle, Repeat. Alright, wake up again, please. Oops. Wait, do I have a weapon that doesn't work? Oh, Moonlight Aqua. Okay, okay. No wonder. I should have noticed the numbers were so low sooner. There's an FS. Took a while. Oops. How many mooks are here? I never really counted or bothered to look back, but I think there's got to be at least 20 of them, maybe 30. I want to say, because man, this goes for a while, especially on hard mode when I've been avoiding enemy moves all this time. Just goes to show how we're a little bit ill-equipped for this. Not really ill-equipped, but I guess like the proper term is that like we're not really particularly conditioned to mook battles. Let's see. Oops. Oh, lows now? Alright, magic lens him up. Who has the least amount of HP? Another armadillo. Oops. Got a game over once or twice. Yeah, that's understandable. I mean, there's a lot of petrifying enemies, as KP mentioned. Okay, who should I target next? Target the killer bee. Why do I keep doing that? Alright, repeat, I'll heal you. There we go. Wait, that automatically heal repeat even though he didn't need the help. There we go. Ooh, still really fast. So what's the difference between Sonic Thrust in 360 and this game then? Like what happened? Is it like does it have like more of a hitbox or is it slower? Or, no, I mean faster or because I think Sonic Thrust is still okay here. They clearly balanced it then if it's a little bit OP in 360. Oops. Don't you dare run away from me. There we go. So I'm using Sonic Thrust here and it doesn't feel too bad, I guess. I did obviously haven't played like 360 Vesperia for a long time. Again, I was thinking about doing it, but I didn't really end up doing it at the end of the day. You can't beat them up with Dragon Form. Like, I'm trying to get the Symphonia out of me, whereas, like, oh, you could, like, Tiger Blade doesn't, like, do a knockdown or anything, so it's my muscle memory kicking in. Same with Sword Rain. Oh, no, that was Yuri who did it. Oh, no. Oh, wait, Sword Rain does knockdown, huh? I didn't even notice that. One Demon Fang. Oh, alright, repeat, you can take my kill. Take a look at the clock. This is probably going for like 10 minutes, most likely. Almost as long as that Alexei fight. Wait, I think Alexei went for 17 minutes if I recall correctly. Yeah, that sounds about right. Demon Fang. What we got here? Finish this octopus. Go. Oh, there we go. Okay. Once he's a rat nail, that's when you know you're at the end. Okay. Good. Yeah, that's gotta be like 20, 25 enemies, most likely. And thankfully, this enemy can be taken down with the Fatal Strike, so you don't have to worry about knocking down its high HP. It's kind of like funny. It's as if it's like a callback to the Egg Bear from the very first act, but now that you know what Beth is, you should be able to kill it very quickly. Let's get this. Wait, oh, I thought you were dead. Get back here. There we go. Okay. Let's get this one out of the way. Come on, Yuri. Or you could go for the other guy. Sure, I guess I have you set up that strat. This must be fun to voice the dog. I don't think it's fun. You gotta make yourself convincingly sound like a dog. And that's, well... That depends on your acting ability, I suppose. To embody a dog. Bear's had enough of this. Get out of here. Alright. Okay, 9 minutes, okay. It felt long, though. I guess because like, it wasn't really that entertaining of a fight, I suppose. Oh, we finally learned pudding after all this time. Look at all this stuff, dude. Maybe we could craft some good stuff. We'll see, I suppose.
We're about to the middle.
I'm still up for some more fighting.
No, I'm okay, Yuri.
You look like you're actually
I don't want to fight any more mooks. We're good. Let's get this over with.
You do too.
Arf. Arf.
Now, Yuri.
Right. Take this.
Super 360 CG pre-rendering. Look at all those dark outlines everywhere. And we're done. Next part here is going to be... Well, actually, we're going to be getting into a boss fight soon. I don't know how I'm going to do well with this one, but I guess we'll find out.
Thank you so much.
I hope we do well. I honestly do.
Don't push yourself, okay?
Vesperia number 1 broke, huh? I'm sorry.
Yeah, seems like the materials we used to make the body were too brittle.
It was our fault.
Yeah, they haven't
Don't
aged
worry,
the best,
the core's
unfortunately.
fine,
They're
and I
clearly
can repair
pre-rendered
it.
with the
It's just-
360 engine in mind.
What a sad ending.
Estelle has saved
I don't know if
their
it's
lives,
not as
but they
intrusive when
shouldn't
you
move
see
for
a
a while.
PS3, though.
I guess we have to stay and defend them for a little more.
So why not just make this a fort? It's been a while, Yuri. I've heard stories
It's been a
about
long
brave
while. What the heck?
Vesperia.
Last time we saw her was like all
Guess
the
the
way at
mercenaries I hired
the
weren't
Atherum for the
sufficient.
first visit.
Sorry for the trouble.
I'm sure the guilds are in chaos right now, too. Thank you for your help.
Yeah, boss fight is definitely way
Won't
harder
really make up for
here than
things, but I'll help with the
360.
defense.
Especially the secret mission.
You're going to fight?
Okay.
Oh no, I'm a merchant. Just watch.
We'll see if we're ready for this.
Commander Flynn, you're alive!
Witcher! Is something wrong?
Yes, that tower near Ospio has created an unusual formula around itself. Judging by the crests, it's absorbing some kind of power. In addition, all residents throughout Ilikia have reported feeling strange.
All right, there's some things we have to do first before we go
Is it absorbing
to that
human
fight.
life?
Duke.
Life is very pure mana. Does he intend to use it to attack?
This is what he meant by exchanging all human life.
Witcher,
to
yeah,
destroy the
Witcher's
Alphados.
Wendy Lee.
The
Wendy
formula
Lee is
expanding
Witcher,
in
Nan,
stages.
and Yufan.
At this rate, it could affect the entire world.
No!
can't just stand around.
Are you talking about the one where we fought all the mooks? No, Flynn was actually there in that fight. Because that was the little tease that he did in the 360 version. He had about 7 arts. Not as much as he has here, that's for sure.
But it took out all those monsters.
Judging by the size of the Autophagos,
There were fewer monsters?
several
Yep.
hundred
If there
times
were
the
fewer monsters. Yeah, no wonder it felt extra long. They should have just kept the same length.
That's gonna be tough.
Facing this calamity is going to take an insane amount of power.
I guess we have no choice but to change the cores to spirits.
Wait, could you explain what you're talking about?
Oh yeah, I guess you weren't there with
Oh,
us
yeah.
after we were picking
we
up
meant to talk
spirits.
to you all about it. Hey Flynn, we want to tell Yoder and the guilds too. Can you call them here?
You okay?
Oh, Yuri.
You okay,
You seriously
Flynn?
want him to call the Emperor to a place like this?
You never change.
I could say the same for you, Yuri.
What?
What?
Doesn't even make any sense anymore, Patty.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. In exchange, you all go talk to the people of the Union in Palestrale.
Okay.
So I guess we're off to Dongrest and Nordopolica?
She remembered how old she was supposed to be, and now she's getting senile. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Flynn left the party. What a surprise. Okay. So we got some errands to run as Flynn continues to laugh at us while he finds Yoder. So let's head on out and sort things out. Oh, wait, by the way, I guess we're not done with her yet.
You. For, saving Flynn.
You guys go on ahead first. I'll catch up. I'm not going to tell anyone,
Why?
because I can understand why you tried to kill me back there. There's something you just want to protect, even if it means dirtying your own hands.
Is this
You
Grant?
lose your senses in the heat of the moment and find yourself doing things you'd never imagine.
I know what I have done is unforgivable. It would have been easier if you'd blamed me for this.
Okay. See, like I'm not too hard.
yourself.
I'm not too hardcore in
You're doing this
for
your own
Yuri.
good.
So I mean for
I'm
Vesperia.
not
So
gonna
I
put the
can't
blame
tell
on you
sometimes.
just so you can ease your conscience.
What should I do?
I have no intention of lecturing you about rights and wrongs. Go figure it out yourself.
Good.
If you can't, go ask someone you can talk to about this, but not me. As Flynn's friend, I'm grateful for the loyalty you've shown towards him.
That was a good scene for George Grant. Grant George. Jeez, I'm going senile. It's getting late. Holy smokes. Anywho, let's head on off. You know, I thought that was gonna be the dog language playthrough, but now the skit that I keep seeing is the Invincible. I still don't know what would cause that to be in the bottom left. But anyway, we're gonna head off to Nordopolica. Bring over some guilds, folks. And bring everybody together. I'm guessing it wasn't voiced in 360. Very odd, but hey, this is why everything is all voiced in this game.
Yes, thank you.
That Nats sure is a man of understanding.
We got his approval
The link
really fast.
has been reported to be working for other people. Make sure you spell it properly.
He's
There's a
seen the
C
world
between the
change
Y and
before
the
his
N. It's
very
not an E.
eyes. He doesn't have an ounce of suspicion when it comes to others.
I wonder if the Union and the Palestrale can get along.
Of course they can. They're of the same guild, after all.
That's right. Now is the time to put their differences aside and join forces. They'll have to get along. Quarreling only aids you in understanding one another and forges true friendships. We'll be their bridge over troubled
Oh no, she's
waters.
combining her poetics and the seven C's. Yeah, no problem, Radical Chief. Both analogies in one. She's really running out of material. Okay. Let's do some shopping first, actually. We gotta restock. Especially because we got miracle gels. I still can't believe how much gold I got. Like, this is insane. This is insane. Never had to... And of course, it's like end game where it doesn't really matter now. Like, back... like, throughout this playthrough, there's been nothing like... Do I have enough? Am I able to make it through? But now it's like, oh, it's all good, but we're at the very end, so it don't matter. It doesn't matter. Did we even pick up any new weapons? I don't think we did we? I think everybody's okay. Yeah, looks like it. Alright. Make me walk all the way here to pick up Nats, huh? Can't have the cutscene go off right away. Wait, wasn't it supposed to go off, or am I mistaken? Wasn't it supposed to go off right away, or am I crazy? This doesn't seem familiar to me. I think I'm screwing something up, aren't I? Why is there... Did I walk past it without noticing? Oops. You could tell I'm already trying to, like, get through this as fast as possible, but I don't even notice. We're finishing tonight. We're 100% finishing tonight. Literally, we only have, like, 3 boss fights, and Takaran is really easy. We're definitely finishing tonight. I just had a senile moment. Jeez, what the heck? Where's Patty? Not Patty. Jeez. No, Patty was the one that's senile. What's going on? Where's Nats? Did I really walk past him? Okay, what the heck? Wasn't that supposed to show up here? Am I really getting crazy? I'm here. Where did Nats go? I entered from the town, like by foot. I'm right here. We just walk in like this. Should it not have set off, or am I missing something? It should have set off, right? I guess I'll do Dongress first, but this never happened to me before. I've done Nordopolica just fine before Dongress. What is going on? Okay. I don't think we have to go from the harbor, but fine, I'll try it while we're here. Can we do it from here? Doesn't look like I can. Okay, we're off to Dongrest. That was really weird. I couldn't... Huh. Okay. I hope nothing bad happened. This would be the absolute worst of marathon luck if something like this happens. Okay, let's just go to Dongrest. This better not be something weird that's happening. Maybe Vesperia is tired of being played after all the hours I put into it in August. It's just, stop playing this game. Why do you have so many hours in this game? This isn't like you. Well, got nothing else to tell you. Don't say those words. You're gonna jinx it. You're gonna jinx it, Planetaria. I'm just gonna tell you right now. If it's a soft lock, I'm getting rid of all your entries. No, I'm joking. But it better not be the case. Okay, hi.
Telling me to go all the way out to the countryside?
I wonder if this place is any good.
This place is no good.
Jeez, Harry.
And Zaphius
It's
won't
fine.
work either.
We gotta make these things fair for everyone.
This is something important. For the Empire and for the guilds.
I'm not going to be used like some messenger.
I don't want to leave Dongrest at a time like this. It's up to you, Harry.
All right. I guess I'll be going.
What? This is important.
If Nats doesn't show up at Nordopolica, I'm gonna be very confused.
I'm not going to question Harry's decision back
We
there.
saved right before that Mook rush, so I really don't want to go through that again if this is the case.
That settles it. We'll be back at the Little Prince's.
We're trying to
earliest
finish
convenience.
early, guys. This is a working Vesperia. You're not cooperating
Let's
with
go
me.
back to where Flynn and the others are. Maybe they've made some progress.
What?
Yeah, let's head back.
Huh? We didn't speak to Nats. What? Huh? Huh? all right. I'm very confused. What the hell just happened? We were supposed to speak to Nats. We didn't speak to him at all. What the hell? I'm so confused. I don't know what happened, guys. I don't know what happened. Did I accidentally discover something that wasn't supposed to happen? What the? Huh? What happened? Guys, I have what the Yo, I don't know what happened there. I'm so what the okay. I'm good. What the Okay, hold up. I'm really curious about something first, okay? I'm really curious about something. wait. We really... I don't want anything to... Okay, hold up. Question timer is done, first off. What the... What just happened? There was no Nats cutscene. What happens if we walk back in here? The Nats cutscene will happen right away, right? I'm not crazy, right? There was supposed to be a Nats cutscene here first before we go. All right. I guess we don't need to talk to Nats. Sure. Like there's most definitely supposed to be a Nats cutscene. Okay. Let's just take it. Even the game wants to be done. The game wants to be done. Vesperia wants to be done. We need that instant replay. Somebody clip that. Jeez, I just sound like a modern Twitch streamer. My apologies. I never said that in my life, but I don't know what the heck just happened there. What? Okay. I'm suddenly that actor guy, you know. Okay. You all saw that. I'm not okay, good. I just want to make sure. I still can't believe it.
They've already built this much?
I can't believe the city's come this far so quickly.
And it doesn't look like they used magic.
Look.
Looks like they burned themselves out.
Looks like the Knights put up a fight too.
I guess this is what people do when they work together.
In the moment of truth, people manifest amazing strength, just like fish caught on a line.
Yeah, this just goes to show you people always manage somehow.
I'm just worried about what it's gonna happen next.
So, how do you like it?
Hats off to you.
How are things on your end, Yuri?
We talked to them. We also told them that we'd talk to His Majesty when we could.
Okay, I talked to His Majesty, and it looks like he'll come. He's coming by ship now.
He's taking the slow
What did I do? Did I accidentally unlock some tech for speedrunners? I decided to stop my attention. Or was it just a really freak accident? I don't know.
There's no time, right? Baul understands that too.
That would be a great help.
I don't think it'll go that far, Chris. It's some kind of weird flag thing, most likely.
There's no time left.
So the leaders of the world will finally come together.
Now we just have to see if they understand what we're doing.
And if the diplomatic approach doesn't work,
Nats just became a ghost.
Fisticuffs.
He just went off on his own.
These people
He
have
knew.
gone
He's
through
a
so much
psychic
to get
ghost.
here. I just know they'll understand.
Spiritomb. I don't know Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I have millions of questions. He's right there! What? I didn't even speak to you! What? How? Who? When? How did you know? I didn't even tell you anything!
Duke.
Turn all the world's cores into spirits.
It's an extraordinary story.
I know it's hard to believe. But that's the reality we're up against.
I'm speechless.
No more Blastia, no more barriers? There would be so much chaos.
If we don't do it, then we're all gone. Either by Duke or the Autophagos.
There may be no choice. But do you really think people will listen?
I don't think anyone hopes for a future of destruction. We can keep moving forward, even if it's hard.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
well,
why we're doing
now
this.
that I guess I'm over it now. But basically,
The Empire's duty is to prevent confusion and guide people to the future.
Nasa's run is over. Failed in
Now
that.
is the time to reign for the people.
Let's do this thing.
We'll have our hands full.
Making new things that will serve for
It's
Blastia.
gonna be a boss fight
Oh,
coming
there's
up.
business to be done.
The end of a thought.
We have to think of a way
meaning
to
of
fight
birth.
off the monsters without the barriers.
The Mercenary Guild and Hunting Blades won't be
Common
enough.
Destiny.
What about combining the Reformed Knights with the guilds?
Eggbear versus... Never mind.
Sounds interesting, but I don't know if it'll go smoothly.
Well, Vesperia really want to give us one more
You're not going to
surprise, but
stay
it's
until
time
the
for
end?
it's time for this fight.
That's not our job.
Yeah, that's stuff for the important people to work out.
Somehow I think people will have a harder time than they're thinking. It's their job to get ready for that. Our job.
We have to crush the Autophagos and stop Duke.
Aye, we've got to sail the
So here's the
course
thing,
we
like, if I
plotted.
didn't do the overtime last night,
I see.
we'd probably be like 3 hours ahead.
Sorry.
We'd be like 3 hours,
We left
like,
all the dirty work to you.
in right now. Like, we'd probably still be
That's my
way
line.
back, maybe doing the, no, not
We
doing the
always
patty
leave the
thing. We'd
hardest
probably
part
still
to
be
you
doing,
all.
like, the,
I apologize.
maybe the third spirit?
All right, we
Second
got
or
work
third
to do.
spirit, somewhere around there.
But how are we supposed to access all the world's cores? I think I know a way. There was something in the research Alexei and Barbos did. Some note about creating a network of Blastia. Really? Where's that note? I brought it with my personal things. Hey, wait!
What I do overtime yesterday because we were way behind, and part of it because of lost time. Mostly because of technical difficulties.
I'm going too.
They just took off.
Brave Vesperia is as lively, no, as rowdy as ever.
That's just how we are.
Looks like there's a tiny bit of hope.
Yes, it does. I'm sure she'll find an answer if she's that worked up.
Let's just hang out until she does.
All right, let's get things going here. We gotta get ready for this. Okay. First off, we need to upgrade a lot of Yuri stuff, particularly here. If I can remember how to navigate myself around here. Right, you gotta head southward first. I think this is our store right here. And let's pick up some stuff. Particularly, let's get the Holy Avenger, so that means Estelle has it too, and Flynn as well, I suppose. We're gonna need that for sure. Just making my marks. Yuri, Holy Avenger. There we go. And we got the Bahamut's Tear, which will give us the Rebirth and Lucky Soul, which will be very useful. Gonna make that mark as well. Also, Carol gets it too. Really useful items. Okay, that should work. Room mail. Sure, let's get that for repeat. Get some milk. So Rebirth and Lucky Soul, let's get that through for Yuri. And Where is it? Oh, there you go. Resurrect and HP recover. I think we should be okay. Let's see. What do I need to equip here? Get the holy symbol in there. And anything else that I need for this? Oh, actually, I want to set up my arts real quick. Okay, Yuri, we got Azure, Fang Strike, Wolf Strike, Cerberus. And we also have, actually, there's something I want to turn off here. Crucible, I don't want that right now for Yuri for this fight. Let's see here. We also have, I'm gonna put Severing Fang here. Raging Blast is this? Yeah, that sounds about right. Dragon Swarm, Crushing Eagle. Did I really put Crushing Eagle here? I guess so. And then this one, we got Brutal Fang, Lone Wolf Charge, that's right, Concealed Wave, and Azure Wolf Strike. Cool. And for these ones, we got Draconian Slash, and Destruction Field, and we got Ghost Wolf here. Cool. Okay, I think we're ready. This is it. This is the fight that everybody loves. I'll do my best.
Yuri, do you have a minute?
Yeah, sure, what's up?
Not here. I'll be waiting at the entrance.
I think I got everything equipped. The double checking. Alright, let's go.
You ready?
This could go one way or another.
So, are you gonna tell me why you're so serious?
Are you just gonna go like this?
Huh?
The people who command the entire world are gathered here. Now's the time to tell them all you've done.
Not this again.
Half of my achievements, or more, are really yours.
So what?
It's the Magic Carta. Oh wait, actually no, that's Magic Carta in I used that for the last contest I helped out
the
with.
option that's bad for you.
It's like 2 years ago
Why
for
do you
this
try to
game
bear
particularly.
everything by yourself? Do you think I can't take the burden?
You're carrying what I can't. I know I can do what I want only because someone's watching out for me.
But... Forget it. I can't explain. I'll just yell at you again.
No more Yuri and
In
Flynn
that case-
dynamics. Act 2 is over.
Try it like this.
Yuri!
I remember before it'd be more cinematic to use the
You're not gonna
axe
beat me in an
versus
argument.
Flynn's sword. But I don't
You
want to
know
play
you
with
can
Yuri
beat me
with
in
an
it.
axe.
This.
Yeah, also another similarity between this game and Eternia.
You're
Both
right.
lead protagonists
Just
can
like
use swords
always.
or axes. Yuri and Reed, blades and axes. Halberds as well for Reed, particularly.
Everything I feel is in this...
Here we go.
Good.
Come on!
Everybody's favorite song as well. Let's do this. So, step 1, don't have this sword on, because I just remembered he resists light. So, let's not do that. Oh, shit.
You do too.
Guess life has taught us both a few things.
How many years has it been since we fought like this?
Oh, best card.
Coliseum. You forget already?
Of course not. Just, you know, a lot of stuff has happened. It's
Yeah.
just different.
Yeah. It feels different for me, too.
I wonder what it is.
Does it matter? I am so gonna kick your ass.
No. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Oh, it's on now.
Oh, jeez, I forgot about the sonic thrust. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Get out of there, Yuri, please. Oh, no. All right. Chill. Oh, no. No! We're okay. This is exactly what's supposed to happen. I don't know what you guys were thinking. This is exactly what's supposed to happen, guys. This is all according to that plan we all love to talk about. Alright, let's try that again, shall we? Jeez, man, I should have practiced this before today. Whatever. It is what it is. We're gonna try our best, though. Ah, no, that was a bad choice. Very bad choice. Get out of there. Oh. Oh, Flynn showed mercy. Oh, shoot! Missed it. Oops. No, don't do that. Ah, frick you! Darn you! Shoot. Oh, okay. Okay, Flynn. Okay, Flynn. It's alright, Flynn. Alright, Flynn. I see what you're doing, Flynn. Okay, I can do that too, Flynn. Yes, yeah, twice in a row? Alright, Flynn. I can't do that, though, Flynn. I can do this, though, Flynn. Oh, jeez. Whatever. Go ahead, do it once. Now, don't ever do it again. Look, I need TP, Flynn. You can't have, like, you can't have 2,200 TP that never goes down while I have 84. Oops. Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah, it's okay, Flynn. We're just having a friendly duel, okay? Pardon me. Jeez, voice is going. Oh, well, he did stand there. He certainly did. Ow, ow. Oh, boy. Okay. Yep. That's pretty fun. That's a fun time, Flynn. Ow. Nope. Ah, darn your skill. Oh no. Ah. Yeah, keep casting the spells though. I'm okay with that. Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay, Flynn. Okay, Flynn. I get it, Flynn. You're a knight. I'm not a knight. No, Flynn. Not right now. Oh, jeez. No, you don't. Oh, darn your... You did the first... Oh. No, you don't. I said... No, you don't! You're gonna... Oh, Flynn, come on. You know yours is stronger than mine at the end of the day. You got that you got those Commandant powers. Stop that! I don't have the... Oh, I don't have the skill that restores TP for FS. Yeah, I didn't pick up that weapon, unfortunately. Flynn! Stop emulating your Commandant. Your former Commandant. It ain't cool. Flynn, you can't be doing that. You're giving me bad flashbacks. I don't have the rest of my party to interrupt you. Oh, no, you didn't. No, you don't. Shit. Oh my gosh, no. Nope. Whoops. I did not have a reaction to that because I didn't have any more TP. Is it time? I don't even have the TP for it. Sorry, guys. Oh, you asshole! Let's try that again. I said, let's try that again, Flynn. What was it? I guess we'll do a Dragon Swarm boring. Not gonna give you the chance, are you, Flynn? Huh? That's why I bought these limit bottles, just in case, Flynn. Gonna be like that, Flynn? Gonna be like that? Never gonna do this, Flynn, and run away from you. Okay, and then we're gonna do another one again, Flynn.
Nice.
Oh, you had the audacity to use it right after your overlimit, just like Commandant. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Sorry, guys. You see what's happening right now? Because I unleashed the beast, he's gonna unleash a bigger dragon. Oh, are you kidding? No, 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 no. Do you see this? Oh, Flynn, you playing. What is this? Yeah, go ahead and just do it instantly. Yeah, I see what you're doing, Flynn. If you're gonna cheat, I'll cheat too. You have to make the battle like that now, Flynn. You have to make the battle like that. I blame you. Tried my best, it wasn't much. Alright, let's try this again, Flynn. No, not like that, Flynn. Alright, chill. Oh, alright. Oh, no, you're not. Ah! Oh, you think you can do a Dragon Swarm? Check on my Dragon Swarm. Oh, well. I tried to do it. It didn't work. Say Levy. I wanted to finish. Sorry, guys. Wanted to go for the finish. Didn't happen. Oh, well. I'll take it. When he wanted to heal 100k, I'm like, I'm dumb. You ain't... I'm using items now.
Loser.
You've gotten better, Yuri.
You too. You would have beaten me easy if you were still like when we were kids.
Didn't we swear on our swords when we were kids? We would fight to make people smile.
Yeah.
It's starting to seem where they both essentially understand each other.
Paths.
Even if we bear different burdens.
Even if people praised us or hated us.
The knights and the guilds won't change.
Pardon me again, holy smokes.
Right?
There are places in each of us the other can't reach.
That's why we're not alone.
Showed somebody this scene before, and then things happened. Never mind, I got nothing to say. I was gonna go on a tangent off that, but never mind. Anywho, that was a fight. I kind of wish that fight could have gone a little bit better. Honestly, I did beat it before without using items and getting to finish, but Flynn was just really nasty when he when he was in over limit and started using those healing spells non-stop. Have a good night, Adafate. Thanks for chilling up to this point. Very much appreciated.
Converge the generated power onto Vesperia #1 through the 4 spirits, and then use it against the Autophagos.
I was the one to find this method.
Synchronize this device with the barrier Blastia placed around the world, and then use it to interfere with the surrounding Blastia.
That speech was as sinuous as an octopus's legs. Carol has no hope of understanding.
Not like you got it either.
So you mean we can transform the Blastia
It's time for the
into
wrap up.
spirits,
We're
right?
almost there, everybody.
That's what I've been telling you.
I knew you could do it, Rita.
Our only problem is time. We need to build the Blastia core network and prepare for the converge process simultaneously.
I'll handle the network. We do have some people from Ospio who can help too.
We'll need a guard too. Better keep an eye on the monsters in the Atafagos.
The Knights will take that position.
We will protect all with our life.
The guild will back up wherever necessary. We also have engineers who can help.
Oh yeah, the night before scene does take a lot of time.
Hey, this is gonna work out.
It'll probably be like another 10 or 50 minutes,
So
give or
then, is
take.
Vesperia
Maybe
number
10,
one ready
at
for
most
action?
50 might be a bit of an over-exaggeration.
Not quite. I don't have everything I need to make the body yet. I'm working on all the necessary calculations, but we still need to find compatible parts.
Then wouldn't it be better just to make a new one from scratch? There should be plenty of people and materials here.
Hey, that's a great idea. We can start with the network construction. How's that sound?
Yeah, it could end up being faster if you can do that.
Then it's decided. We'll get everyone together so you can explain in more detail later.
Everyone's pitching in to make a weapon that can defeat the Atafagos.
Just like how this town was built.
Thinking about it like that gives me a strange feeling.
We just need
Time
to
for
get
the
close
famous,
to Atafagos
the
so
traditional
that
night
the
before,
power of the
everybody.
spirits will reach it
We're gonna be
for
seeing it
sure.
2 more times for the next 6 days,
And
but
then
here's the
activate
first of them.
Vesperia number 1.
That means we need to get to
The Tower of Tarkaron.
Duke's hideout.
Are we gonna fight him?
I don't know. But we can't let him use Tarkaron.
I guess we can't walk around it.
Yeah.
All right then, I'll start working on Vesperia number 1's repairs.
Great. Let's aim to be ready to leave by tomorrow.
Alright, time to rest at the inn. Or not supposed to go here. You talk to the person outside to rest at the inn.
What are you doing, Patty?
Looking for Yuri. Have you seen him?
I think
We
he's
saw each other
somewhere
at the
in
inn.
town. Probably sleeping.
Yuri's just about the only one who can successfully hide from me. In any case, what are you doing, Flynn?
Patrolling. This town has no barrier, so I have to work extra hard to keep it safe. What is it?
Why are you the one patrolling? You're a commandant. Or is this part of a knight's duty?
It has nothing to do with a knight's duty or rank. A knight is... Well,
yeah, I feel like I'm starting to
it's
power down,
difficult
guys.
to explain.
It is starting to get a little bit late as well, but we're gonna make it through to the end.
Personally, I believe they exist solely to protect the people. But not all knights agree.
Then things haven't actually gotten any better?
No, they've improved quite a bit. Though there are those who don't believe so.
Lies and rumors are insidious things. Aw, Flynn. You have far too many woes for one so young.
True. I have no want for trouble, but I am prepared to face it.
Is that right?
Ever since I learned the law is imperfect, I've looked for a definitive boundary between good and evil. Recent events have shown me that no such boundary exists. In the end, all I can do is face each trouble as it arises. Perhaps that's what I am prepared for.
Oops. Sorry, Flynn. Didn't mean to cut you off there. Finger slipped.
Hattie?
Admirable, but codswallop.
We are the two characters who are added to this game.
Pirates as I freed, but I was only their boss because they had all given me their support. And had Yuri and the others not been there when my memories returned, I'm not sure what would have happened. Without them, I wouldn't be the chipper lass I am today.
Patty.
You don't have to bear your troubles alone. You have Yuri and me. We all have troubles, so we should work together to figure them out.
Together. Yes. You're right. Thank you, Patty. You know, sometimes I can't help feeling that you are terribly mature.
It's all right. You aren't the first to fall for my intoxicating charms.
If we all work through our troubles together, then someday we'll be able to make the world we dream of a reality. Everything
They say
we
you need
do,
courage to
starting
bring
with
that
taking down the
to fruition.
Autophagos, will be worth it.
Resolving to act on a decision influences those around you, and then that decision becomes reality. That's how whole worlds
The cutscenes
are
pretty much
created.
happen a lot here. They don't particularly happen too much later at Tarkaron. There's maybe one or two or three cutscenes I want to say, plus one extra cutscene at the beginning.
What about Yuri?
Boss fight's gonna have several cutscenes, that's for sure.
I'm sure there'll be plenty more chances. Good night.
Good night. Don't bear your troubles alone.
Can't sleep?
Who does she speak with?
What about you?
Oh, Rita, okay.
Oh, I was just out talking with Baul and it got late.
I was just checking on how the repairs were coming along. What?
Oh, nothing.
I hate it when you say that.
That's strange. I don't mean anything by it.
Hey, what are you gonna do after this is over? If all goes right, all the Blastia will stop working, including Hermes Blastia.
Right.
You won't have anything to do.
I guess not.
I think
That's
it's
all I
like
had.
Raven and Carol, I guess. Alright.
Baul was my only friend. Destroying Hermes Blastia was my only purpose. I mean, I had my reasons, but...
But...
After traveling around with you all, I guess I don't really care anymore.
You're just gonna drop it like that?
What are you going to do?
When
You
did the night
worked for
before
your
scenes
Blastia
become a
research.
time when the party members who don't talk much finally get their scenes?
There's tons of stuff
Not quite
I
sure I
could
follow.
study. Besides, I realize there are things I can believe in besides Blastia. I don't have any family, so I don't... But I kind of like, you know, how we are. Hey, that's just between us. You can't tell anybody.
I won't, I promise. It's fun to have secrets with someone.
You've changed. You never would have said anything like that when we first met.
All the different people, different things on this journey, you know?
Yeah, I do. I never dreamed I'd end up like this. I don't want to go back.
Me neither. When everything's done, maybe I'll just travel the world with Baul.
That's nice. Hey, take Estelle too. There's still a lot in this
I mean,
world
they're all on the
see.
same journey at the end of the day, so it's not entirely crazy. Main narrative, they probably don't interact too much,
so
but
lonely without you.
wasn't it like, I mean, hey, Rita and Judy.
I guess
Yeah,
I
they
could.
sort of have like the whole dragon freak thing before.
Well, if we're going to do that, first we have to protect the world.
Skits are also a thing too.
We'll show that thing.
It's not completely out there, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yes, we certainly will.
That's the last one.
Good work. Sorry for making your work right before the final battle.
Don't worry about it. I'm a member of a guild. I have to do something.
Yeah, I heard about that one, EDMG, but I never looked into it myself.
Hey, Raven. It's nice to be able to do things for others.
Oh, such grown-up words from Master Carol.
Yeah, I never did stuff just for other people. I wanted to show others that I could do stuff. I thought that was my dream, but I guess not.
To make a guild, to make the guild big, to be a respected boss. All boys have those dreams. It's fine.
But that was all just so I would look cool. I mean, there's so much you can't do alone.
Yeah, I guess so.
I thought I had to do it alone, or I'd look bad, or it'd be worthless, or whatever. That's not helping people.
I see.
If you work together, you can do a lot more and make a lot more people happy. I realized that traveling with everyone. I like that a lot more.
Young Master Carol, you are something. So far ahead of this old man. You are cool enough, just as you are.
You're cool too, Raven. Not as cool as Yuri, but...
Oh, I'm hurt.
So what's your dream, Raven?
Me? To be stinking rich with bevies of gorgeous women all around. I'm kidding. Now, I'm finally back to just living. So I guess my dream is to be able to dream again someday.
Not a bad dream.
That sounds pretty hard, but I'm sure you can do it.
Thank you. I think I'll get it.
Hey, is your heart okay?
Yeah, it's weird, but it's fine. Even if I work it hard, it just keeps going.
I guess that's the effect of the spirits.
I guess this plan isn't all bad.
I'm glad I met everyone. I mean, you too, of course.
I'm glad I met you too. Really.
We're gonna win tomorrow.
In a big way. All right, we should get to bed soon. Lack of sleep is the elderly's worst enemy.
Okay. That's also fact.
Yeah. Good night. Dreams are so not my style. But here I am, dreaming. What am I gonna do with myself?
It's almost time.
Yeah.
For a notification in the top right corner.
I can't sleep.
You get that way too?
You say it like I'm made of iron or something.
Would you mind if I sat next to you?
Pete's like, I'm out of here. The end of the day, still not fond of Estelle.
It's warm. Tomorrow we face that Autophagos.
It's ironic that we're actually using Alexei's research to fight it.
If they had only been able to think of others.
Yeah, but they made their choices. Nothing we can do about that.
Choices.
I guess
You've
that
always
would
made your
work.
own choices, haven't you?
I figured if someone's gonna choose, it might as well be me. And I won't find out if I made the right choices until the end.
But that's wonderful. Making a choice is so hard.
You made your own choice too.
I think I figured it out while traveling with you all. To live means to choose, and to have the resolve to make those choices.
I think that's kind of overdoing it.
I always just played the role I was given. I was happy to heal people and be thanked. But then I learned my power was poisoning the world. Someone was always using me.
What about now?
I don't know. But I feel like I'm here doing what I am because it's my choice. My wish. I'm glad I came on this journey with you, Yuri.
Me too. I wasn't too sure what would happen when you asked me to take you out of the castle.
I'm sure.
I like traveling. Lots of different people, different experiences. We traveled the whole world, but I never got tired of it. I think it fits me. I think I'll just keep on going around.
Like the top left corner
And
of the
keep
map, for
helping
example.
people in need.
Nobody goes there.
Yeah, maybe there's some tomboy princess out there being chased by an evil monster.
You're mean. It's strange. Right now, I'm not scared at all. If anything, the thought that a new world is about to dawn is...
The Arafagos won't kill us. We'll live on.
And I'll be able to stay with everyone. With you.
Thanks.
Estelle lost the staring contest.
Let's get it over with. And live on in a future we choose.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot how long Night Before cutscenes are, but they certainly do
looks like you
get their time.
Yes, I did.
I feel like we'll probably go like maybe for an hour at most, maybe an hour and 15 minutes maybe. So for those who are hanging in there, I know we're kind of a little bit over the scheduled time, but usually each time I go for like
the whole town is in really good shape.
I was planning on going 30 minutes extra for every Vesperia day anyway, so I completely understand if you do have to leave at any point at this time. But for those who have been relaxing and going to Vesperia, I thank you all so much for taking the time to hang around with the stream. If you're interested, feel free to drop by for Eternia and Berseria, but you don't really have to. It's ultimately up to you. But for those who hung around for Vesperia, thank you so much. If you have to go, I completely understand. But we'll probably go for like,
it's got the Imperial seal of
I anticipate maybe 75 minutes or 90 minutes. We'll see.
Fantastic. I'm all done too.
With Vesperia #1? This is Yoder's sword, isn't it?
What? Is it really okay for us to use that?
It's just the right shape and size. Plus, it's forged from rare metal.
If I recall, rare metal is quite scarce, and known to be exceedingly durable.
Listening to your discussion made me remember this sword. I'm utterly incompetent with swords, so I'd be delighted if
You know, I
was of
didn't
use to
expect
you.
like Bryce Pembroke to really be this early into the series.
Somehow it all feels...
I always thought like, oh, he first showed up in Graces, but I guess I never really made the
is a
connection that
decent
he was
blade.
Yoder in this game.
Then this one would be Vesperia #2.
It doesn't matter what it's called.
It's almost time.
Yeah. This time...
Leave the construction of the Blastia network to us.
Wait, Commandant, you should go with them.
Sodia?
No one knows what might happen. They will need your help.
But the Knights have been tasked with persuading the people to help with the Blastia.
I am well aware that
2012, 2014, yeah. That definitely sounds accurate. Was it because of that one anime? The one with the Attack on Titan. I completely forgot the name of that one. Holy smokes.
Even though we'll be working separately, we are still a team. Remember that, if nothing else.
Okay.
We have discussed the Blastia and spirits, and what to do after everything is done. But I think it will take time for some to accept this change.
Oh, was it Sal too? I didn't even notice.
Many people will be so lost.
However, they cannot live in a new world without accepting the changes.
You're right.
I will start by talking with the people here. They built this wonderful city of Arnian from nothing but a plain.
Yes, the residents here should accept it.
Good luck. No one
I
will
had
listen
some
to me
plans
even
for
if
the
I
ending of
tried.
Vesperia, but unfortunately, considering our timing and how late we're all in, I'm not going to do it.
Estelize,
I'll talk more about it once we get to Tarkaron, to be honest. I'm opting not to do it unless something, I don't know. I highly doubt we're going to do it. I was going to keep it like discreet and a surprise though, but we're not doing it, so I'm just going to be transparent about it later.
Everyone, please.
That does mean I do need to go back inside this town though. I am going to be skipping one cutscene. It's just a side cutscene. It's just talking about Flynn and Repeat and how how their relations are, basically, how Repeat follows Flynn. If you want to see it, yes or no?
to tell you all. This will affect the
Because I just
Empire,
need to go
the
back in
guilds,
here and
and
shop,
even the Intellicare.
essentially.
I wonder
If I don't
they'll
see
be
any
okay.
response, then I'll just skip it.
They believed in us enough to send us. And let's believe in them.
Yes.
Well, we have our own work to do.
I do like the remix of Ring a Bell here. It's a very... I love it when they do like orchestral remixes of the openings though. Or like a different kind of cover altogether. They don't do it with Vesperia though, which is a little bit disappointing, but I think they're mostly like, oh, it's more so Velvet's theme everywhere. It replaced Burn, basically. Okay. So we now have Vesperia number 2. OVL Team 2. Beautiful. Alright, let's go back in here. We're gonna skip it, unfortunately. It's not even voice, so I hope you all don't mind about that. Flynn and Repeat have a good relationship, and something about his father. We're just here to do some shopping, and then we're gonna head off to Tarkaron and wrap up the game. And I went into the wrong building. That's a great start. Pick up some orange shells, some on shells. Okay, so we gotta get some stuff here. I think any opening could get an orchestral remix. I don't think anything is exempt from it, personally. Ring a Bell you wouldn't think would have an orchestral remix, to be honest. Let's see here. Yeah, sure, keep that on. We got Bahamut's Tear, which we're gonna give to Carol right now, which also gives him Lucky Soul and Rebirth. And what else we got here? Silver Edge. Ooh, Medical Smash and Burst Hold, that's good. Evade 3 OVL Concentrate, Step Cancel, and Evade 3 Escape Jump. I'm running out of money. Yeah, this stuff is really expensive. Oops. Guard plus. That's it. Evade 3. There we go. And step cancel. Who else was there? I think I got Carol's, right? Yeah, I got Carol's. What else did I... Who else did I get? I guess I should do Flynn's, huh? He did have Reflect. I accidentally turned that off. Oops. Resurrect, HP, recover. There we go. Pretty sure gonna be the last bit of menuing, like hardcore menuing we're gonna be doing, basically. So that's why I'm concentrated to make sure that I have everything down. Oh, I forgot to... Oh, jeez. Did I really forget to equip that? Oh no, let's not sell those. I think that's everything. Okay. Oh, there you go, Flynn. You'll get your helm. Now I think that's everything. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's keep on going. Okay, so I guess I'll talk about it right now. Basically, my plan was, if we had the time, I was gonna like fake be right back, and what I was gonna do, because I have my skill spreadsheets, was secretly load up another file where I transfer all of my skills over for the 4 characters I was gonna go into with the final fight. But that file also has Duke 3 unlocked. That was the plan. That was like the little secret. But unfortunately, I think we're a little bit way over time, so I will not be doing that. So we're just gonna go with like Duke 1 and Duke 2.
Whoa!
And I grinded it to the point where it's like, I have all the Devil's Arms and everything, but the problem is it's like, what words I'm looking for? I made sure I didn't grind too much. Like, the only thing that really increased my levels were like that X dungeon, and all I did was pick up Flynn's and Patty's Devil's Arms. So essentially, that's why like I was gonna like sneak it in there, but I was curious to see if I could have pulled it off, if anybody would have noticed or something. But
came together pretty quickly.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not gonna be going with that.
So there's not much time left.
Perfect! People always heave-ho with a deadline looming over them.
That might be true, but it still puts us in hot water.
If it's absorbing life from everyone, that should affect us as well, but...
I also did unlock Twin Wave. Yeah, I would have tried to do that. I would have tried to have done that during the 3rd form as well.
The spirits. They've swathed us in their power.
So we should be fine as long as the spirit's power is greater than that formula.
Then we just need to run right to the top before that changes.
Like, the plan was, like, I would have tried in an attempt with the skills that I had acquired throughout this playthrough. But if I failed it, then I give the chat an option, okay, should I try Duke 3 again with, like, skills that I know that can handle it, or should I just do Duke 2? And then that's how we're going to wrap it up. Because I could do Duke 3 with, particularly with all the skills that I unlocked.
Sorry, old man.
Versus Duke 2... with just the skills that we have over here. But that's where we're going to default to now.
We must brace ourselves and press forward.
Yeah, don't let your guard down. Who knows what's waiting for us up ahead?
Let's see here. It begins the Tarkaron.
Man, how could all of this be kept underground for so long?
The reason so many Blastia were excavated from around Aspio must have been because this was here.
The ancient Garayo civilization. This is more amazing than anything in a book.
Something feels strange. I know this is a weapon, because he's going to use it against the Autophagos. But from the outside, it looked like a city. Did they turn an entire city into a weapon?
Maybe they had to sacrifice such a huge city so they could stand a chance against the Autophagos.
This place is enormous. So many people must have lived here.
And now, one man is holed up in here to destroy every last person.
Duke. I'd rather not meet him if we don't have to. That soldier was already a hero in the Great War. Who knows how much stronger he's gotten since?
What are you talking about? We'll just kill the Autophagos before we fight Duke.
Then Duke won't have a reason to sacrifice humanity.
I hope so.
You think this plan? Well, we'll see about this plan. We'll see about this. This song is a bop, though, and I think they did bring it back in TalesOfKratue, if I recall correctly. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is stick to the right, not that right, the other right. Pass the gate. Let's climb on up. You know, to be honest, like, considering the time that I put into this, it is still a little bit, this is still a little bit sooner than what I would have expected, because I expected it to still go a little bit longer. Again, the overtime from yesterday really did help keep me back on track. Landing in Evade 3, perfect. Why am I still Patty? Let's actually fix up our team here. Judy, Carol, and Raven. Cool. Yeah, there's also, the special battle music is pretty cool here. If I run into an encounter randomly, you'll hear it, but other than that... I forgot about that second flight of stairs. And we definitely needed one of those limit bottles, that's for sure. Flynn made me waste them. I know you're in my party, Flynn, but I'm still eyeing you. Still have my eye on you. You're gonna screw something up, are you? No. For those who are still here, how many of you guys are going to be popping in for Eternia tomorrow? Again, I'm really looking forward to that one. Out of the 3 games that were voted for, Eternia was the one I'm like, yeah, this is right. This is what we're going to do. So, for myself, I'm like, I did my practices, like, that was like the first game that I practiced for the marathon, because I was that excited. But the thing is that also means it's been the longest time since I last picked up that game, so I'm really hoping that I could remember everything that I prepared for that. Don't want to spoil yourself on the plot? No, that's fair. I completely understand. If you want to experience it yourself, that's perfectly fine as well. Yeah, you certainly watch a lot of Vesperia. That's perfectly fine. Well, if ever you're in the mood, if you suddenly have an urge, I'm just chilling here. But you don't have to if you don't want to. I'm just vibing playing Tales. Yeah, I think it was like... I posted the second... No, the third... No, what's the third? The second info video that revealed the results. And when I revealed the results, I was like, alright, let's jump into Eternia right away. I was so excited to play it. Because the last time I played Eternia was way back in 2015, and I'm like, I was ready. Because Eternia really left a very good impression, and it left a very good impression this year too. So I can't wait to share it to the people who want to watch it, whether if you played it or not. Mobile armor, perfect. Eternia is really high up there. I mean, I gave it a 4 out of 5 in my rating, so I'm still giving it a 4 out of 5. That's not to say it's bad. My experience with it now is bad. It's just like it's consistent for me. Eternia gave us Whis. Yeah, Whis. Eternia gave us Whis in a lot of other minigames. Like, Eternia is, like, really good. Oh, that's sweet, sister. I try to make sure that I don't do as much swearing as possible, because I know there could be young ones around. Undub? No, no way. We're going dub all the way. There are things I'm definitely gonna be talking about the dub, that's for sure. I try my best. If there's a slip here or there, I do humbly apologize, though. Let's see here. I think you gotta like sneak around the other end right over here. Is that right? I remember playing these games back in the day and still screwing up over it, essentially. It's the best, oldest game with a competent port / localization that BAM could never get to do anything with anymore. I think that's more so dependent on Japan's side, basically. Like, if Japan ever has an interest to do with, like, Eternia, I hope that they do someday, because Eternia still holds up pretty well. I don't know what a remake would do, though. Like, what can they do with a remake? Kind of curious about that. This one, I think I got fire from the other side. You know, it's kind of strange they continue to keep those names in the localizations, but only for Reed. What do you... Oh, you mean for Abyss? I mean... Did they carry that over in Crestoria? I don't even know if they did that or not. Because like they did in Abyss. If they did in Crestoria, then hey, more power to them. Keep it Demon Hammer. Keep it Sonic Blade. Does some good legacy and whatnot. I mean, yeah, it totally is in Abyss. Are we talking Crestoria? Like, if we're talking modern stuff, that's what I'm more intrigued about. Alright, we're gonna be running into the next boss fight very soon, though. Perseus. Special gem. Lovely. And an elemental ribbon, which they did sell at Ornian, but I don't know why I just stuck with the circlets all this time. Yeah, it's really not that long when you don't fight. Like, that's essentially Tarkaron is a very, very short dungeon. But when you get the side stuff, like what I had to do to pick up the Devil's Arms, it gets a little bit longer. Is it called Sonic Chaos? Good for them for keeping it consistent. You know what? I even have that Reed unit in Crestoria, and I had no idea. So that's pretty good. I'm happy that they kept it Sonic Chaos. How did I not notice that? I guess because Crestoria is kind of boring for me. I hate to break it to you guys, but I don't really like Crestoria whatsoever. I'm sorry. Give Carol. Let's give him one of these. I saw the viewers drop when I mentioned I don't like Crestoria. Oh no, the Crestoria fans. It's more like the gameplay, really. The story is okay.
And where do you think you're going with me right here?
You're alive. Don't you ever die?
Yeah, what the...
You climbed
why is...
all the way up here just
What?
for us?
Huh?
How sweet. You must be exhausted.
I thought we were done with Zagi. Why is he suddenly back?
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't want anything to do with you.
At least he changes it up here.
You're trying to save the world?
Remember I wish for him to have a Mystic Art? Well,
Oh, the world will go bye-bye if you
this
don't
Mystic
hurry.
Art is going to be
Is that it?
particularly something.
If you know that much, then don't get in our way.
Oh, no, 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 no. That's what gives it so much meaning.
What's this guy talking about?
Look! There's a seal further on. If you want to get by, you have to take this.
It's like on the same level of like Zagi of like the Abyss stuff happening in Act 3.
Serious.
You bastard.
The story of Crestoria is interesting. I didn't see the recent chapter though.
Then you have to go through me.
Why? Why are you doing something so meaningless?
Meaningless? Meaningless? Oh, but it does mean something. This way, you'll fight with everything you've got.
All right, here we go.
I never thought you were this crazy. Fine. Let's finish this.
No, Yuri, you can stay in the back lines because your little dog has been handling these Zagi fights all this time.
Because if you don't, you won't get any higher.
Let's do it. Getting into the Eternia mindset. Let's do it. Okay. I'm already ready to play Eternia. Zagi here has got 1,000,000 HP though, so watch out for that.
You got more than a couple of screws loose.
I will hunt you down until you're dead.
We won't lose to some nutcase like you.
I mean, it's pretty much like the same fight a bit, except he also has a one crazy Mystic Art, which can really hurt. Almost on the same level as Alexei's.
We've come this far. We will win.
Is the secret mission hard to do? Don't you just gotta hit him after the Mystic Art, right? It's not particularly too rough. What the heck was mapped on my left scene? Oh, falling. Well, I'm not doing that stupid thing anymore. Oops, that wasn't a good startup. That doesn't lift him up? Oh well. Alright, here's where the big issues start up. Please use where you are, Love Shot. I need to use an apple gel on myself. Do your Mystic Art. Why is everybody following him? They're all gonna get hit at the same time. I think you have to keep hitting him each time he does that art, though. Yeah, exactly what you said. It's not too ridiculous. At least, maybe tonight might prove me wrong, though. I guess we'll find out. Oh dear. Carol, you want to do the thing? Thank you. Because I didn't want to leave Judy poisoned there forever. Ah, you finally learned it. Oops. Really, Zagi? Really? You couldn't wait? You couldn't give me some chance to, like, reposition myself? Oh, was that too? Oh, I'm done. Yeah, there. Way to go, Zagi. Mission complete. You did it. Ooh, good camera angle. Boom, just like that. And we're already at the half HP point too, holy smokes. You know what, Lazy Samurai? You're probably right. It does take a while for him to get the mystic, for him to do the art, though. Seems he's not doing it as much, unless he does it like around half HP. Do the thing, Carol. Do the thing. There you go. You fought through your paralysis. Oh dear. That was twice in a row, Zagi. I'm counting this 2 times. 2 times. Didn't give me a chance to reposition.
Don't blame yourself.
The dog's almost dead. Well, the dog's already dead. Life bottle, please. Are they all stunned? Oh, now he uses it when we're all stunned. What an opportunist. Who heals themselves while they're stunned anyway? While their opponent's stunned anyway. Oh, wrong, definitely wrong art. Oops. Alright, come on, Zagi. Just a bit more to go. Yeah, this is going really fast. We'll see how far we can take it. Oh, there's the art. Yeah, you're right. He does do it really fast, basically. Yeah, okay. I guess the window is kind of small, huh? Carol, can you do the recovery smash too? Recovery smash? Thank you. Come on, we're almost there. Ooh, what'd you learn? Ooh, deck quick spell. That looks pretty cool, actually. The name is pretty cool, too. Oh, really? Zagi's like, you didn't give me a Mystic card in the last battle? I'm gonna keep reminding you why I should have one. Oh, we all got hit. I mean, everybody's always bound to get hit with that Mystic card. Oh, that was the art. Nice, nice. A murder hornet? Is that something that's going on in the States right now? Sounds like it. What the? Why didn't I say? Oh, was my PS5 desyncing? Was the controller desyncing a bit? What the heck? No way. That's really weird. Oh, I'm glad I didn't use it instantly that time. Yeah, good stun. Please stay there during the over. Oh no, little too good. Judy, Carol, you both have to be really close to each other. Oh, please don't die, anybody. Please don't. Okay, we're still good. Oh, that don't work. Try that again. Nope. Judy kept Zagi in the air. Oh no! Wait! Okay, I remember how to do the secret mission. You have to let him do the animation, then attack him immediately afterwards. That sounds much more familiar. Alright, Zagi's almost done. I wish I had Repeat's Minster card, but I presume that's like a side quest thing. Because I never got Repeat's side quest as well, just as much as, or Repeat's MA as well, just as much as, Carol's. I didn't get his. I got everybody else's, but Carol's and Repeat's. Okay, Zagi. You're getting your time to play, huh? Are we alive? The dog's dead again? Of course he is. I didn't realize how fragile Repeat is until y'all kept talking about it during the marathon. I never realized it. Or, yeah. It's just crazy how fragile he is. But he's fun to play as, though. I really like playing as Repeat. Alright. How long did that take? I'm gonna say 8 minutes?
People don't like pests.
Ooh, a little bit off.
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt at all.
Oh, Zagi.
I can't move. What a weak body.
Sayonara, buddy.
Change my next body to a Blastia, too. That would be more fun. Right, Yuri?
Just poke him.
Do it in hell.
Another good line. Another good line. One-liners. Yuri the one-liner right here.
No one understood him, so he put so much meaning on fighting. Poor thing.
Still, his skills made him pretty famous. Something happened after he met you all.
He really looked like he enjoyed fighting. Maybe he thought that he could let loose with everything when he fought Yuri.
Problem was he never really fought Yuri at all.
Was the only person he could do that with?
What do I care about somebody that crazy?
It's just the shell of someone consumed by power.
We've wasted too much time on this. Let's go.
Alright.
Okay, got it.
Did something happen to Baul?
No, he's fine. I was just asking what it was like outside.
How far along is the life-absorbing formula?
There's a weapon that we're going to
Baul
be
doesn't
running
know
into
anything
later.
about formulas.
Neither do I.
I guess you're right.
I never really bothered to read
told
Rita's
Baul to
formulas
move
though.
around as he saw
But
fit.
I think they all have a name.
We should move along
but
too,
they're all scientific names.
Yeah, let's hurry.
I mean scientific like notations that I barely remember the names. Rudolph, Descartes, science isn't really my strong point, sorry. Effecti ring, yeah. But it doesn't equip that you run into, don't equip it on Estelle. Don't even put on the skill that it has, because I keep accidentally putting it on, and it's like, oh, it really doesn't help at the end of the day. I don't even know why that skill exists. If there's anybody who could like elaborate how useful it could potentially be, then let me know, but I really was not a fan of it. Calibog. Yeah, let's go, Yuri. Final team. Oops. High ability plus 2 altered arts? Yeah. Where'd it go? Right. Oh. Hang on over. I am going to backtrack to Capua Nor. There is a way that I can easily backtrack back there to just restock on supplies, and we'll be ready for the final fight. This is the weapon. Energy Wand. Anti-magic. Resist all magic effects. Recover, attack, and enhance magic are nullified. It still can't heal herself. Which sounds okay on paper, but it does not resist Mystic Arts. It certainly does not resist Mystic Arts. And I kept screwing it up by forgetting to turn off that skill or take off the rod before I continue forward. Well, it's to the right and the left. Alright. Final shell shock. Let's go. I'm gonna head to the right first. Did I use any of those? I didn't. I only used orange shells. Okay. Oh, we're at the very end of the game. Sorry it took a little bit longer than expected, but if only the woodpecker size. We just got a simple Sorcerer's Ring puzzle to sort of wrap things up with. There wasn't one there. Holy bottle is dead. Second last holy bottle. Don't need any of those. Okay. I'm gonna try to use Yuri's MA. We'll see how I can time it. I was able to do it during my casual run a year ago. I just gotta make sure I don't overestimate your Duke's health, basically. I think around 10k should be okay. 10 or 15 maybe? Did I put anything about that in my notes? $30k maybe? 30k might be a little bit pushing it. I do like the battle theme in this dungeon, but I still get the slight edge to I just realized how you said that. How you could have perceived it like that. M.A. It's M.A. I was like grabbing my hands like, why did you think that? I'm like, oh, that took a moment. That took a while. That reminds me, there's a Grace's F thing. Like, there's a art that Asbel says. I think it says "You're mine," but I've always thought it sounded like he said "your mom," and then when I got like Ice Dragon Flurry, it's like, oh, this art is better than your mom. And it's like, wait, what did I just say? I did not mean to say that at all. You can find like my YouTube channel. It's called Ice Dragon Flurry is better than what? I think when I played Grace's F like 7 years ago or something. Did I get all the ones on the left here? I think I did. I'm gonna double check to make sure I'm not crazy. Yeah, I got that one. Cool. Oh, right when I was getting there.
Together now.
Yeah, all this place is just left, right, left. No. Right, left, right, left, right, center. You did come back in time for the final boss. A little bit on the OT side, but I think like in the first marathon, we were like around midnight my time. Currently, right now it's about 11, almost 11 for me. So I think we're getting close to midnight too. But this one had a bit more content in it than 360, that's for sure. And I even started earlier in that one as well. I guess that's more so for all the game overs that I had back then.
Those stairs.
It looks like they
It's
lead to
time.
the summit.
Anybody ever watch Alita?
This is the moment of truth.
I kind of get reminded of
Is
that a
everybody
little
ready?
bit.
I've been ready. Let's
Just watch out for any bandsaws.
Yeah, we have to do this.
Turning back now would make dinner tonight taste like ash.
Right. Even this
That-
old man's gonna put up a fight.
That has nothing to do with the Seven Seas or
People believe in us.
Patty.
They're waiting
She's
for
really
us.
running out of things
We
to say
must
now.
defeat the Autophagos
She's really
for
giving up.
them.
And for Pharaoh and Bellius, for the memories of the Interlakeia.
What about Gusios?
Let's go.
Let's go. All the way to the top. As we make a left, he looks scary. Let's run away and restock. This menuing won't take long at all. We're just going to Capua Nord, quick stop, make some gels, come back. We unlocked the shortcut after all. Capua Nord's right over here too, so we're good. Wait, who are you? Well, you're probably not important. Oh, they drained all my melange shells too, huh? Okay. Actually. What am I doing? Okay. And now we should be good. I think that was like Hiska, wasn't it? Well, it's definitely one of the twins, obviously, but it's cool that they kind of have a little something. I accidentally stumbled onto their side quest while I was trying to figure out what to do to the devil arms, but it was just okay. It was just nice to see them, but it didn't really amount to much, really. It's a cute little cameo. They don't even like bring up. They don't. Did they even bring up Nyrin during that side quest? I don't think they did they? This isn't the dog language run anymore. I'm kind of sad. I wanted to play the dog language. What's it called? The dog language skit, but we don't have it anymore. Okay, now it's time for real. Let's do this thing. Duke 1 and Duke 2. Unfortunately, no Duke 3. You don't need a... I'm so glad I checked before I left. Flynn doesn't need that anymore. I mean, let's see if it's stupid enough to actually do something with it. Fairy ring. Okay. We're here, Duke. Meet us at the Tarkaron. 11 o'clock. You're finally here.
Duke!
Duke playing well with the computers, though. Things I wouldn't expect to see sometimes.
There's no need to use people to destroy the Autophagos.
Well, Duke, will you listen?
Size, 4 spirits are nothing against it.
They're
never
crucial.
know.
We'll make up the rest by turning the Blastia cores to spirits too.
I do like how the Blastios are going to be used into spirits, though. It's an awesome idea, which kind of reminds me more about like Exilia 1, and Exilia, well, more Exilia 1.
I doubt
they really took it from this game, huh? Well, I mean, I do need to revisit Exilia 1 someday to understand it.
We don't force anyone to do anything.
Can you not believe that people can move forward and change?
Come on, Duke.
Humans will not
seem like a stand-up guy. Please understand people.
So you won't listen. We will destroy the Autophagos our own way. Please, wait just a little longer.
The people are determined as we are determined. We won't let that go to waste.
And will the world return to its former state?
Huh?
Will the air be controlled by the Entelekea? Will all life return to a time when nature ruled?
No.
You are changing this world, our Terca Luminaries, for what? For the convenience of humans, nothing more.
Can't you think that the world might be growing? I think of the Entelekea becoming spirits as evolution. Can't you see that?
I would not presume to speak on the choices of the Entelekea.
Estelle, pushing forward the Charles Darwin
However,
principle. Am I remembering the right guy?
So you won't listen to us because we're humans?
You say you can't trust people, so you just drop everything. Then when it's too late, you try to wipe them out?
Do you know what this tower is? Tarkaron was once a city, but the ancients turned it
Oh, this
into
was a random reveal at the end, though,
destroy
but...
the Entelekea.
Jeez, what the heck?
To the ancients who did not recognize the threat of the Blastia, the Entelekea who attacked the Blastia were nothing more than a nuisance.
And the air went out of balance, and the Autophagos appeared.
Only then did humans listen to the words of the Entelekea.
As a retake of Fantasia?
Our world has seen many sacrifices.
Yeah, I really need to revisit the
humans
Exilius
committed the
to
same
refresh my
offense,
opinion
and
about
they
those games.
will again.
It's been since the last marathon
Those who
when I
eat
played those
away and
games.
ruin this world. Those who would change the world for their own continued existence. They are apostles of destruction greater than even the Autophagos.
Is that the reason you're trying to destroy humanity?
I made a vow to my friend that I would protect this world.
Lucifer.
So Chroma told you.
Yeah, she also told us to stop you.
I really wish I was doing Form 3,
She
but we don't
listened
have
to
time.
us too, and became a spirit. So please, we can do this together.
Enough. If the Entelekea would throw away
Enough talk. Have it. Yeah. Old saying.
I need
I'm gonna play that game again someday.
Once I complete this formula, the world will be saved.
Duke, stop!
As long as humans rule, they will commit the same offense time and again. If that happens, their hearts will grow wild. And
Okay, that makes sense for Chase.
Even if that happens, it's the path we choose. Even if we are hurt or stopped, we can
Come
still
on,
walk
Estelle.
again as long
You
as
got
we
one more
don't
moment
give
to
up.
show the power of the lawyer. Ah, she didn't do it.
You'll never find anything new if you're afraid of making mistakes, of failing. And unlike you, we haven't chosen this path on our own. Everyone decided on it.
Yeah, going it alone might be tough, but we're not alone. If one person can't do it, then we do it together.
Yeah.
We finally learned that we can walk together like that.
Aye. Eventually, you'll hit a dead end with the solutions you come up with alone. But if everyone takes up oars together, no wind nor rain can stop you crossing the
And those
ocean.
are some lovely flowers.
That may
Duke
be
did really take
sufficient
his
for
time,
those
huh?
who are connected to one
Everybody's gotta have a hobby.
However, there will always be some who cannot accept a difficult future. You all surely understand that.
It will be difficult, but that is reality. They will take what changes, think, and change again. Both the people. So even if it takes tens, hundreds of years, they will listen someday. I know this now. That's what it means to live.
Change is painful.
be alive.
But fearing it means we never make any progress. And we'll be there to support those who need it. That's why knights exist. Why guilds exist.
Right. There are things you have to protect.
That thing that happened in Act 2, remember?
But this old man wants to see what lies ahead for people in the next era.
When everybody from
See how
different
the fools
factions come
change
together
for
to
those who
defeat a
can't
common
see them
cause.
anymore.
Zestiria did it a little bit better. No, I don't want to open that can of worms.
We are in
Don't want to open that can of worms.
However, our feelings for the world
It's
are
late
no
right now.
different.
Let's focus on Duke. Duke 1 and Duke 2.
No, it's not. The future we chose, what we see for the future, is different.
The future must be protected. If it is not, then destruction awaits.
We make the future. You trust the path you choose and create it.
Let's go. Duke here, trying to do the same thing like Alexei. just trying to figure out the formula while we're just talking and fighting. I like the start of this song, but afterwards it's just a generic song. Like, let's do this part. So good. But then it's just, it's the usual thing. Let's start off with Flynn. I hate the sound of, like, this arena when you walk around it. It always bothers me every single time I play this.
I have no reason to go along with your plan.
Could you be any more
I always feel like there's something wrong with my computer or whatever.
Made this choice so humans and Entelekea could move on together. I have newfound hope, conviction.
The Entelekea will regret that decision, and humans will wish they had died.
I won't regret it.
Oops.
No matter what you say.
Our resolve runs deeper than that.
Such a foolish conclusion. There is no longer any point in talking.
I guess we have to fight.
If you would just listen.
No more.
You need to see some tidal waves? Okay, let's get some tidal waves then. I forgot to change these. I haven't had Rita in for a while.
Holy waters rain down your power on us. Storm the very heavens.
Oops! Turn around, Flynn! Didn't mean to. Frick. Why can't I turn around? Because I clearly don't know how to control this. Sealed. Oh, you know what I forgot to equip? Actually, what I should have equipped in the first place. World Charm. And I think Yuri should get an amulet. There you go. Yeah, no, it's really good that they brought that back for a rise. I think it's the best one. It's the best one in the series now. Because, they actually say it as if, Rimwell says it as if she's annoyed. It's like, blah, blah, blah. I think, yeah, she did also say Magic Exam. I didn't quite remember that one as well, but blah, blah, blah is iconic now for Rimwell and nobody else. Well, I guess Rita will remember the classics, but Rimwell did it the best. Hey, welcome back, CP. Hope you're feeling better. We're finishing off Duke 1 and 2. I can't say who my favorite is yet, because I haven't played it. Pre-release? I'm gonna say Doylan. I like his how he interacts with the other party members. He has a particular way of joking that is very proper, but at the same time also silly. Blah, 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 magic! Yeah, that's what it was. How can I forget the magic part? So yeah, I like to call this strategy the Holy Rainfall, because, basically, Tidal Wave and Holy Rain everywhere. And I forgot to turn off Photon to make that work. Oops. Where's Photon? Where's Photon? There you go. Duke 3 is a monster, though. When I played him for the first time, I'm like, he killed me, like, right away. I'm like, it's gonna be, I really was mad when I had to, like, go through it again. I was like, he killed me in one Mysticart. He killed me in one Mysticart. Oh, I forgot about this. I was so used to seeing Patty 6 times in a row, I forgot to react to that. Did she cast Sharpness on? Let's turn those off, shall we? Okay, let's fix that there. Turn that off. Keep that on. I can't particularly respond to Duke's tech outs that well, but I don't know if I'll ever get it. But no, I mean, someday I will if I put more time into it, basically. Yeah, when he uses that MA, I was like, I could not believe that everybody was gone. I was very confused. Ah, Rending Quake, I remember you. Do we actually know who voices Rimwell? I don't think it's particularly weird, Icarus. For Tales of that is. They usually just keep the voice actors quiet. I think voice actors will start to reveal who they are once the game comes out. Because that was the same case with Vesperia, if I recall correctly. They all have like an NDA. What about the win? Sorry. Yuri had something else to say about that. Oh, jeez. Yo, Japanese VAs are always confirmed ahead of time because like they have different disclosure agreements than North America. Mostly because like a lot of it's like union based. Like a lot of unions is mostly like they want to protect their artists essentially. So if you don't abide by them, then you're gonna get fined. Unions is a whole different thing with acting in general, so it's, why is she casting Holy Lance? Did I turn off the thing that gets her to— oh, because she unlocked Holy Rain! Okay. I didn't realize she just did. Anyway. Let's, get rid of that. Still thinking of the Scottman Bell NDA? Well— it's not Lloyd. I can't wait for, like, Sakurai to announce that final character that I just wanted to be over with. I wanted to be over with already. Sakurai needs a break. Papa Sakurai needs a break. I'm okay with the Mii costume already. Though the only thing, if I were to be nitpicky, the Tales of Symphonia series, I'm like, no, that's not quite it. But alright. Yeah, that's practically correct, yeah. Like, Japanese VAs are like, yeah, idols in a sense. That's why things like Tales Festival exist. The title Holy Rain. Are you gonna do it again? Whee! Oh no! I thought this would help. He could hit me from the ground while I'm up in the air. I usually do that with Severing Fang, so he usually doesn't know what to do with that, but I guess that's like a different animation state than Rising Falcon. Yeah, Tekken got it mostly. I'm so happy the yodeling song made it too. No, actually for me personally, I kind of like the Tekken 3 music. That stuff I grew up with. Tekken 3, I went over to like my neighbor's house at the time, and we kept playing Tekken 3 non-stop. Like that, hearing like the character select music, Jin Kazama's music, oh, nostalgia, super nostalgia right there.
I wish I could walk together with you all a while longer. Perhaps we would have had a different encounter.
Could have.
It's not too late.
It is. My path was set when the Adafagos covered the sky.
You stubborn
Awkward
bastard.
fade out, but alright. We're both stubborn, actually. He's just stubborn for something that would like wreck humans.
An enduring world is to return it to its natural state.
For me, I couldn't. I found some Tekken 3 machines here or there, but I played more so on PlayStation. I definitely saw a Tekken Tag Tournament machine. That was really fun, and I always hated like Unknown because I could never beat that boss back in the day. Oh, the Wii game counts. I want to say the Wii game counts. It has Soul Calibur the name. It's a Soul Calibur game. No, I hear what you're saying though. I still have it on my shelf. I know I have to play that game someday eventually. Even though like Lloyd is basically a Cervantes clone. Alright, Duke number 2. Watch out for Big Bang. Big Bang does a lot of damage. So you're always going to find yourself at 1 HP each time. Basically, why am I... Oh, I'm playing as Yuri. For some reason I thought I was playing as Flint. But obviously I started off with Yuri, so whatever. We're back to playing Yuri.
Please don't ignore a changing world. You're just clinging to the past.
So I am the only stubborn one? I am not mistaken. I will use all my power to eliminate your misguided purpose.
Mistral Soul, yeah. Let's get out a... Okay, so here's one thing I want to point out. It took me a while to really get used to this, but the specific is supposed to restore HP. The treat restores TP. They mixed it up, yet they kept the colors the same here. I don't have to get used to this anymore, because other Tales games have it the other way around. Vesperia had it different for some reason. Like, it took me a long time to get used to this in Vesperia, but I eventually got it. And watch me get confused in all the other games. Thankfully, there's no specifics of treats in Eternia or Vesperia. But the weirdest thing that I remember, because I was watching a friend of mine play through Symphonia, was like, it reminded me of this. In Symphonia GameCube, they had different graphics for the specifics and treats. They weren't called that at the time. They were called, I don't know, they had different icons. One looked like energy capsules. The other one looked like a medicine bottle. So they localized it for the GameCube as a spirit. Oh, jeez, dude, really? They localized it as a energy tablets and spirit bottle, but in the Chronicles re-release they corrected the graphics, but they still call it what are the words I'm looking for? They still call it the energy tablets and the spirit bottle, and yet they have the graphics that you see here for it. So like this would be your spirit bottle, which kind of works, and this would be your energy tablets, which definitely makes no sense. So it was a music thing to look back on. That's only in a unison pack or whatever you call it, Chronicles version, yeah. I think in PS2 it was still Energy Tablets 2, even though I didn't fully finish my PS2 playthrough because I stopped the moment I knew that Unison was coming out. They're keeping it a secret, yeah. I'm gonna be avoiding social media a lot during Arise's launch period because I am not playing that game right away. Guys. Wait. Alright, I'm gonna speculate like crazy again. What if the NDA that Scott Manville signed was actually to be a cameo battle for Tales of Arise? What if it's Lloyd in there? Because they probably heard about Lloyd wanting to be in Smash, and Sakurai's probably like, nah. I promised Harada that we needed a Tekken character. So Bamco heard that. It's like, what if we brought Lloyd back for Arise? It probably would make the most sense. Oh jeez, instant Tempest, no! And into Big Bang. I want a full party fight too. Last time we had that was like this. No, actually Grace's. Well, Grace's is 4-on-3, so that don't count. Exilia. Why do I keep freaking forgetting about Exilia 2s? Every single time the topic of cameo battles come up, I keep forgetting about Exilia 2s. I guess because I never really did it, but when I revisit Exilia 2, I definitely gotta get around to doing that cameo battle again. I'll be for HP. She'll wait away. I really have bad reactions to Duke's responses to my attacks, so I apologize if I'm not really showing the best of, like, versus Duke. I just never got the hang of it, personally. Where's my... There we go. Yee! Oh, that wasn't for me. Stun, stun, stun. Get the stun magic. No, he's gonna do it. Namco game to be an extra dungeon? When was the last time they did that? I don't remember the last time they did that. It's been that long, huh? I ran out of traits. Estelle, do the thing. This was gonna be my strategy before when I was gonna get ready for Duke 3. Whenever everybody would be down in Duke 2, I just use like Nurse and Resurrection. While after Big Bang, so that way like we save our resources basically. But I don't have to worry about that here. Because Duke 3, you better have your resources with a run like mine. Dragon Buster? Was that a dungeon? I thought that was just a minigame. Because if we're talking like classic dungeons, I guess technically Narikiri Dungeon 3 did have a Tower of Jiraga, if that counts. I'm still curious about the alternate timeline if I were to go with that that little secret for Duke 3. What would have happened? But oh well. Alas, it's not to be. I hate walking in this battlefield. It does that annoying noise. It bothers me. Oh, oh, Flynn's skill kicked in. Way to go, Flynn. Now my clothes are all dirty. Okay, there's... Wait, did I not know? Oh, I do know Nightingale. I thought I didn't know it. Also, can we turn on these off, please? I know you're both trying to help, but let the experts do the job. It was, something Eagle. Yeah, there. Where did I put... Here you are. Ow. Alright, back to Yuri. His third form was really cool though, because like a lot of it is like he uses the arts of all your other party members. But my question is, he never used Patty's or Flynn's, right? Because they were added afterwards and they never bothered to program it. Or did I just not notice? I forgot what Flynn's skill that was, but I definitely remember like where it's like occasionally nullifies damage or something. Like it's like a Patty luck thing. Yeah, because like when he started throwing out like Moonbeam and like Carol Arts, I'm just like, what are these combos that are happening right now? Time for another big bang. Get ready for it. Because this is a fighting robot. Did you know how far Yuri made that jump? Holy smokes, he really wanted to commit. Alright. Don't do it. I know what you're thinking, Duke. Don't do it. You did it, didn't you? Oops, wrong art. Up, I meant up. I have no need for what? If it didn't have like the amulet on Yuri, I'd be spending a lot of time on the menus using panacea bottles. Yo, those spinning swords though. You know what? I'm looking more at Duke's second form. He kind of reminds me a bit of Pronema from Symphonia. Easy bit, just an easy bit. I need to watch the footage back of this stream and like look back at like what the heck happened to that Nats thing. I still need to like I still need to like see what the heck happened there. Okay, Estelle, you need something. Take this. Oh jeez, he's doing Holy Rain. Right into Mysticart. Oh, he's scarily close to Estelle. Don't we have any more specifics? Yeah, we do. Oops. What did I write in my notes here? 30k? 30k. Maybe 20k, just in case. No, 30k might be more safer. I'm thinking about the amount of HP I need to wait for to set off Yuri's special Mystic Art for this fight. I think 30k sounds good enough here because we're currently at 400k. I forgot about the dash after that altered art. Sever Blast, right? Okay. Get a stun, guys. Get that stun magic going. Oh well. Boom. Oh, you're even more close to his stun now. I mean, at least Big Bang doesn't kill. Like, I'm okay with recovering from this, but Brilliant Cataclysm. Brilliant Cataclysm is his own little league. I've heard that Big Bang can kill. Like, if you're in low HP, yeah, Big Bang can kill. Other than that, if you're like past half HP, you should be fine. No, I don't think Big Bang. Big Bang, I think it's still the same, unless there's something that changes in unknown mode. At that point, I don't know. Brave Vesperia kills. It definitely does kill, but he only does it once. Like, he does it at the very beginning of the fight. That's why it's allowed to kill. Ah, whatever. Oh, ah. Again, Duke? Must we see you told the beginning of time? Oh, jeez. Oh, this is worse. Oh, Estelle. Oh, we need her alive. Holy Rain into Big Bang. I'm gonna die. Oh, well, color me corrected. 233k, then more. I gotta make sure I get the right art ready too. What would be a good art to do for Mystic Art? I guess we could go Boring Dragon Swarm. We're getting close. Watch him told the beginning of time again. He's not gonna let us down unless, he's not gonna go down unless he does it one more time. I guess Estelle was really on top of that. Yeah, Flynn, you did it, buddy. Now Flynn, play aggro. Oh, darn it. It's almost time. Let's get another bottle one. Jet. Get another one in. And you use a panacea. You really couldn't let it go, couldn't you, Duke? You really couldn't let it go, huh? Really couldn't let it go. Just one more for the road, huh? Okay. I'm gonna waste time. She really doesn't want to cast Nightingale. Wants to cast Nurse over Nightingale. Maybe Concealed Wave might be a bit more safer, now I think about it. Okay, I think it's too weak. This might be it. Yeah, that's definitely it. GG's. Well played.
Accept your fate, Duke.
I shall end it all with this.
We'll defend the world our own way.
Sayonara, Tales of Vesperia. I'm not playing this game. Well, I'm actually going to be playing it again for friends later. Some other time.
Sorry. Lucifer. I could not keep...
It's been fun, Vesperia, revisiting you again. I have a better appreciation of your battle system. Story, not so much.
I don't know.
I mean, it's still the same.
That's
That's what I'm trying to say.
This doesn't mean much coming from me.
No,
but if Lucifer fought for humans during the Great War,
I know this has to keep going.
then I don't think he'd want his
I was hoping
friends
for
to
like
reject
if I did
humanity.
Duke 3, I would have done a twin flow ending, but I'll go with the extended Savage Wolf Fury since I can't fit twin flow or Duke 3.
Peace.
Yep, one down, two to go. Honestly, Vesperia was the one that I was most worried about for timing wise because again, Vesperia 360 base was already like a long game itself.
I'm on it.
Could I have done Yuri's second Mystic Art? Oh, I guess I could have.
Here we go.
Yeah, no, I wasn't thinking about that. I should have done it. My apologies, everybody.
Yuri, let's go.
I was so fixated on Duke 3 that I didn't cross my mind.
We're counting on you, boss.
But yeah, like honestly, marathon-wise, I was just worried about this game because base game is really long with cutscenes. It's like on the same level with this, but then DE adds even more. So, yeah. Oh yeah, people who are like really skilled with Vesperia on like a whole nother level, but we could all still work hard towards it. It's just for myself, like I feel like I definitely put a lot more time into this personally compared to when I played it 8 years ago. Playing it a year ago certainly helped me understand the battle system a lot better. But I still feel like I barely scratched the surface. Like there's a lot to this game that you really have to unlock, and it involves a lot of grinding. The ending? No, the ending is still paused too. Everything. Oh, I mean, oh, sorry. Oh, you mean ending cutscene. I thought you meant credits. My bad. But basically, with this game, I was like, if this game for me was my Symphonia, like my first game of the series, then I probably would have given this game the 4 out of 5 and Symphonia a 3 out of 5, but the roles are reversed right now, because Symphonia was my first game. I give it the 4 out of 5. 3 out of 5 for this game for me. But these Symphonia and Vesperia can really switch roles if this game was my first. But I'm really happy with Symphonia being my first, because it gave me the opportunity to explore all the other games earlier.
No, it's okay. Just a little more. It just
like
needs a little
Naridan 3, for example.
There isn't any more.
Oh, you know what? This game also does something cool. Like, you don't see it often in JRPGs. Well, I can't comment on JRPGs, but for Tales games in general, you befriend the villain.
Spirits.
You befriend the end boss of the game.
Lucifer. Can this world truly change?
It's the little things, you know? It's the little things. And that's why I feel like this Act 3 was pretty good. There's another game where that happens too, and it's also pretty good as well. I really should have done this Mystic Art. Again, missed opportunity. Did not cross my mind. I was so fixated on getting Duke 3 over. Duke's like, I don't smile. don't even try it. But yeah, timing-wise, I'm not too worried about it with Eternia. Even in Eternia, I'm not worried about it because like we even have longer breaks. That's how short that game is. And Vesperia, I'm also not worried about it. That's a standard Tales of game length. So, and it's also really easy. Like at the end of the day, Vesperia, combat-wise, is definitely a much easier game compared to some other Tales of games. You can still like it though. There's no harm in liking what you like. Like whatever you like.
It's so beautiful. Ah, it is.
We did it.
The thing with Vesperia, like with this playthrough, I'm gonna explore the other characters basically. And Eternia, I'm gonna be flip-flopping between Reed and Farah. Oh, especially I'm gonna love playing as Farah. I'm gonna talk more about that when we start tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's because I'm not alone.
Oh, don't worry, Planetario. Eternia has some fun little side things to do, so I'm gonna be doing those side things to fill up time. There is a lot of time for me. Oh, they're all so happy. Yeah. They got the handshake. Still no Patty. Patty just left. She didn't care. Oh, the quiz? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we know we are exploring the heck out of Eternia. We are gonna explore as much bits and details as we can with that game. We're going all out. Well, as much as I can, to be honest. I don't know if accidents will happen because it's been like 2 or 3 months since I played that game. So I might not fully remember stuff, but I do have my notes. I hope I can remember things. We'll just have to wait for the marathon. That's all I'm gonna say. Just wait for the marathon for tomorrow. But once again, for those of you guys who have stuck with me to this point for the overtime session, thank you guys for watching along and everything. It's very much appreciated. I hope this was enough to help you hype up for Arise. I know some of you guys who aren't going to be tuning in for Eternia will be coming back for Vesperia, which will be some fun times when I see you guys again. But for those who are only tuning in just for Vesperia, thank you guys for chilling along with me and whatnot. Tomorrow will be Eternia. As much as I recommend to play things, if you want to watch along if you haven't played it before, I try to keep things like as spoiler free as I can. That's how I approach all these playthroughs and whatnot. So it's up to you whether you want to watch or not, but at the very least know that I try to keep commentary like as spoiler free as I possibly can. But I also completely understand if you want to save yourself to play Eternia, because that's definitely what I recommend. But if you feel like you want to drop by, feel free as well. We're going to have a lot of guests ready for Eternia as well. There was one that had to sort out earlier today, which should be joining in tomorrow. I'm going to have to sort out the graphics and whatnot for that too. Exclusive for Eternia. Thanks for streaming the game. You're very welcome. Yes, I heard it is your favorite tale, so that's good to hear. First leg of the marathon. Definitely be here for Eternia. Yeah, I'll see you there as well, Royalty. What else is there? Patty went sailing. Yeah, of course she did. The thing with this game, like, revisiting it and fully trying to explore it this year again, when the marathon had the polls revealed, the one that I was least interested in revisiting was this game. Not because, like, oh, I hate Vesperia. No, it's none of that. It's because, like, I just played it a year ago. This was the last game I practiced out of the 3. So when I played it again, like, at least I had more of I wanted to at least try to make the battles a little bit more entertaining. I wanted to explore all the other characters. I know I didn't fully unlock their capabilities. Like, Raven could have been handled much better. I could say that much. Judy could definitely be handled much better too. But I also wanted to keep it as, like, a pure-ish playthrough, whereas, like, with the weapons that I pick up along the way will also dictate the skills that I pick up. Because doing, like, grade new game plus with this was, like, it didn't really give me too many options. It's, like, again, at first I tried the hard 2 times the EXP playthrough, and I was skipping encounters, and I found that, like, I was 5 levels behind my casual playthrough of hard mode, and it just made things a terrible time. So I ultimately decided to do 10 times EXP, avoid every encounter, and go inherit the skills and whatnot as well. So yeah, I felt like that was ultimately the best choice, because this game's cutscenes are really long, and a lot of unvoiced cutscenes end up being voiced, all the Patty additional stuff, all the Flynn additional stuff, and I always keep referring back to when I played Vesperia for the first marathon, which was the last game. Essentially, that went overtime. We stopped around this time, and I started a segment earlier too, so I was technically supposed to be 4 hours ahead, but didn't really do it because I was really bad at Vesperia at the time. That year with Marathon Stream 1 was when I started to play the series again, returned to Abyssal Chronicles, things like that, started to do the event for fun. You can find highlights of the previous marathons on the bit.ly/TLMS3 giveaway. There's a tab for previous marathons you can see highlights for, and see it from there if you want to see the weird. I was definitely much more louder because I didn't trust. I thought I was the weirdest thing I had to accept is that I thought I was good at video games, but then when I played the stuff online and started to be well aware of, like, people's gameplay skill compared to mine, I'm not. And that's the first part of acceptance. And the thing is, like, the people who I hang out with, they're less of a gamer than me. So I have like a pool of skills which isn't quite as up to snuff as I thought it was. So that was the first part of acceptance. And I hope that I was able to redeem myself better for this run. I tried to make the Yuri and Flynn fight as dramatic as it could be. Tried not to use items except Flynn restored 100k HP and really wanted to be Alexei that one time. I managed to kill Alexei in one go, so I was happy with that. And Gattuso could have gotten a little bit better. But other than that, yeah, it was fun revisiting this game again. Still not my very top, but it's still okay. It's still an okay game for me overall. Yeah, I remember that Eclipse. Like, I guess for those who are curious to know, like, my top favorite games, like, I still haven't thought of overall favorites, but, like, I have tops in terms of narrative and gameplay. Narratives for me, top would go to Rebirth, Legendia. Those are definitely on my top tier. For gameplay, I would give it to Heartsar, the R games. Yeah, the R games would definitely be top for me. Can't think of any others that could replace it. If I revisit Abyss, maybe my opinion would change. If I explore this game a little bit more, maybe my opinion would change. But Heartsar and SSR just opens the game up right there for you. Like, you get to explore everything there. But that's pretty much me. Like, I had the R games are my favorite in terms of gameplay. The Legendia and Rebirth are my favorite in terms of narrative. Yeah, what the heck happened to Nats? Where did Nats go? Where's Nats? That should be the hashtag. Like, if I did a raid, it'd be like hashtag free Nats. But for those curious, my first casual run is right here. We beat the final boss of hard at like level 51 and 52. Eclipse, you were there for that. Everybody died except for Yuri. And this was going to be the file that was going to be used for Duke 3. I just set this up earlier, right before the break. I had all the skills transferred over for Yuri, Estelle, and Rita only. And finally, this was the practice run for hard. I was 5 levels behind at Jormungand, and the Outbreaker was constantly healing itself, where whatever I was doing to the Outbreaker, it was not killing it. I couldn't like break the secret mission. So that's the gist of that. Yeah, I've been playing my casual runs where I try not to avoid try to avoid encounters to keep it low level as possible. I don't know, weird thing. But anywho, that'll be enough for tonight. I should probably make a save just for memory's sake. To those who have tuned in, thank you. For those who are tuning in tomorrow for Eternia, I'll see you then. For those who will be tuning in for Vesperia, I'll also see you on Monday. And for those who are just tuning in for Vesperia, thank you for tuning in. Have a good night.